What's up, fight fans? Mainman Mademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. What up, what up, what up? Salute to everybody that catches this live and everybody that catches this on the playback. Thumbs up is your pull up, man. What's going on, fight fans? Look, man, I wanted to come through and get some last minute thoughts on wax. I guess you could say, man, before we get into the big fight tonight, Terence Crawford versus Showtime Shawn Porter. It's all on the line tonight, man. Going down, man. Hey, man, I'm just ready for this fight. I think we probably looking at a possible fight of the year candidate if both men come in here and live up to who we expect them to be. If they come up in here tonight, coming in here with the and fighting in the style that we know of them to be, fight fans. Stylistically, when this shit collides, we could possibly get a fight of the year candidate. Just don't know. You know what I'm saying? What's up, fam? I see y'all sliding on through. What's up, fam? What's up with you, man? Salute, Palmer Dude. What's up, man? Mills, what's up, Mills Lane? What's up, man? Chillin'. You ready for the night, shawty? Hey, Mills say under 10. Under 10? Hey, I'm with the stoppage too. I think it's going. I'm giving Porter 10, though. I'm definitely giving Porter 10, man. Where we at tonight, fight fans? All questions answered, right? All questions answered. That's the y'all dudes, man, y'all better not be cheap tonight, man. No streaming, man. Buy the damn fight, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all been popping bottles, rolling up all week. You know what I mean? Least y'all can do is drop a couple dollars on the fight tonight. This is a hey, look, I understand if you don't want to pay bread for like, Canelo and Yildirim or something like that, something to that caliber. I will understand that. But if this is like y'all consider the best fighting the best, right? Worth your bread. You know what I'm saying? So look, I hope y'all just didn't get 5 bottles this week. You might have got 1. You know what I'm saying? Or 2. Put a couple dollars to the side and watch the fight tonight. You know what I'm saying? Real spill, man. But hey, this shit gonna be tight. I'm looking forward to this fight tonight, man. And just because of with both of these fighters are at in their careers and how the narratives are going to change with these fighters, depending on the results tonight, shawty. Like, it's just so pivotal. You know what I'm saying? Not to mention still knocking on the door right there on a possible Terence Crawford and Earl Spence Jr. fight. That fight has still got hope. You know what I'm saying? If Earl show up tonight, which that's according to all word on the curb, Earl show up tonight. Look, man, we get the results that's needed. We should be marching towards that fight. You feel me? Nothing else ain't gonna make sense. But that's when when we get there, man. Fact of the matter is, dog, hey, tonight's fight, like I said, the implications is heavy to me. I mean, at the end of the day, Terence Crawford right here takes all criticism off the table. There's nothing left to criticize about Terence Crawford if he goes in there and do what he got to do tonight. And that is what his supporters and fans of him believe maybe going to get the win, but most importantly, make the statement. And if he can get that stoppage, hey, that's going to turn things up to a whole nother level, fight fans. A whole nother level. But most importantly, everybody know he got the achievements. Everybody know he got the accolades. And if there's any sort of criticism that's left, it's everybody wants the damn name. They want the name. Can't give me a better name than Porter. You know what I mean? So, hey, Porter, well-tested, battle-tested, been on the top floor several times. Won some, lost some. Hard-nosed fighter. Actually, we criticize, does he got to land in fans? But a lot of fans love Shawn Porter because of how he fights, bro. Like, his style is so action-packed. And it's like worth your bread. You know what I'm saying? It's like worth your money. And at the end of the day, he's been on that top floor. He's been in these big fights and in these big moments. And like I said, he fell short, unfortunately, on most of them, but on some of them, the important ones, I think, you know what I mean? But still, a fan favorite to a certain degree, and still, I think, needs that one signature win that really solidifies his legacy and solidifies, like, he needs that name. He lost on to break up that whole image of he lost on the top floor. Like, he can't beat the elite. If he want to leave that, if he want his legacy to change from the narrative of, well, he never won on the top floor to, hey, don't forget about that Crawford win. Everybody was saying Crawford was #1 pound for pound. You got to get at the Shawn Porter. That's what Shawn Porter need to get rid of with this fight tonight. Like that's what he got to get rid of. That whole notion. Other than that, him going into his retirement, if with a loss to Crawford, especially in devastating fashion, well, that stigma is gonna stick to him. You know, I love Shawn Porter. He was tough for everybody. He was tough for everybody. You know, he gave everybody hell. You know what I mean? He was a tough, hard-nosed fighter. That's what's up. Unfortunately, though, you know, he lost to A, B, C, D, E. That's the narrative. And I don't know if Shawn Porter would be happy with that narrative as a fighter when he feel like he deserves more and should be recognized for more. Fight fans out there show enough do. Y'all be like, hey, he's so to those who rock with Porter, hey man, he this, he that, he did. Well, look, this is the moment. This is the crossroad, and it ain't gonna have no. He has no more moments after this. Like there is no more names. There is no more shit. There is no more. He's running out of everybody. If he don't beat Bud, he's stuck with the narrative. He's stuck with the stigma. That's just the facts of the matter. That's how I think in a lot of cases he may be remembered. He's gonna get credit for his wins, yes, but he's gonna get a lot of criticism for his losses. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, that's why this fight tonight, y'all, is just like shit, man. Hey, I can't even wait. Shawn coming off a win. Shawn been looking good. You know what I'm saying? Crawford coming off a win. They're both looking good. Y'all see them on the scales? Hey, Larry Wade been working with Shawn Porter. Got Shawn looking chiseled. Got Shawn looking good, looking real good. Terence Crawford, same thing. Terence Crawford looking solid, real solid. He got that Tommy Hearn stare. You know what I mean? Every time he do a stare down, I say, damn, he just remind me of Tommy Hearns every single time, dog. Every single time. Stand down into Shawn Porter's soul. Shawn turned first. For anyone who was paying attention, man, that don't mean nothing. That's just folklore. That's just boxing crap. Shawn turned first. I'm just saying. I heard Tim Bradley. That don't mean nothing. He turned first, but that don't mean nothing. I know it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. Shawn wanted to get to them cameras. Don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, I was taking in Kenny Porter's interview that he did over there with TBV, man. Salute to them boys, man. Good interview. And I was listening to Kenny Porter's explanation of why they decided to put Shawn Porter into sparring with Gervonta Tank Davis. Because it ain't making sense to a lot of fans as to why you put Shawn Porter in there with Tank Davis, who got no kind of schematics whatsoever for Terence Crawford. And Kenny's explanation, iffy to me. Maybe it's just me, but the vibe that I got that they didn't do that to the benefit of Shawn Porter, unless it's some folklore and they just using Tank name for clout. But I didn't get the sense that they did that to benefit Shawn. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, I get the sense that they did this to do some business, and just it was a business move. And my thing is that Shawn Porter ain't got time for no business moves. He was alluding to the fact, like, okay, Tank is over, you know, rolling with Barry Hunter, and Barry Hunter's assisting with Tank. So, of course, you know, Barry Hunter and Kenny are down. So they asked, can they use Porter type shit? And they the Porter can go over there and do that. Oh, Porter, I mean, I get it. It can be used for reflexes or any other thing y'all can want to come up with. But Porter ain't got time for that. He ain't got time to be breaking no focus, be thinking about any sort of business arrangements or what benefits Kenny or any other thing going on with Porter. He need to be worried about strictly Terence Crawford. Salute to my brother Felix Nunez in the super chat. Felix, what's up, man? I already know you ready, Joe. I already know. Man, what's up, bro? Hype for this fight, bro. Real hype all day. I'm real hype too, Felix. Hey, man, tonight, man, is going to be a lot of, bro, it's just a lot of, it's the tonight's results. It's gonna show, push a different direct, whatever direction we choose to kind of go, especially towards if we get the Earl Spence Jr. fight, because we so close. The results matter. That's what I'm trying to explain. The results matter, y'all. Heavy. My kind of fight. My kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, dog, but I didn't understand Kenny explaining that whole Tank Davis situation. And then I'm looking at Shawn and I'm looking at one thing I meant to put into my breakdown the other day when we talking boxing was one thing about Shawn mentioning in the Jose Benavidez fight, aside from possible trolling, is one notion that I think is kind of going, I don't want to go overlook. And I mentioned it, but I don't think I hopped on it good enough. And that is, I know we expecting Shawn Porter to be like super aggressive and yeah, he gonna jump on him. He need to get in his chest. But I'm even noticing how Kenny Porter's kind of playing it down to a certain degree. Like, yeah, we're gonna do that, but don't think that that's like the main focus of what we're gonna do. And like I say, Shawn Porter dropping the jewel with the Benavidez fight. And I'm listening to Kenny Porter, how he explaining how Porter got a jab. Like Porter has a jab that he can use from the outside. And there could be opportunities, just like with Benavidez. And this was what I told y'all at the breakdown, where Shawn Porter was shine at in the fight is when. I believe midway in the fight when he adjusts and become a boxer and fights on the back foot, because he uses a long jab and explosive combinations that Bud will have to adjust to if Shawn switches to that. That's what he had to deal with Jose Benavidez. He had to deal with Jose Benavidez. He was coming in on Benavidez, trying to get next to Benavidez and had to get around the jab in that right hand, right? Well, that's what Shawn, I think, is alluding to. And yeah, and I don't think that Shawn is brave enough to really keep jumping on Bud for so much through the fight tonight as people think. I think Shawn believes more that he can use his jab and touch Bud and make Bud be the guy to become the aggressor. And he gonna want to try to shine in that fashion, where I still think he gonna have an issue because Bud's length. And once Bud processes the distance down, Shawn, as that boxer, gonna have a lot of problems. It's just gonna take a simple adjustment on Terence Crawford's part. But I think that Shawn is betting on that version of himself. That's what I think. I think he betting on that version of himself to come in there, use his jab, and try to touch Bud, because he believes that Terence Crawford gets touched with the jab. Just like I believe that Shawn gets touched with the jab. And the difference is Bud's jab is going to have a different level of power on it once he goes southpaw. And that's what I think is the situation. And not to mention, Bud gets into a real good rhythm coming forward. So once he does get comfortable with the distance and kind of figuring, okay, I could touch him better like this with the jab from a little bit further out. Don't get as close up on him, because this is what he wants and this is what he's waiting for. And this is the guy I think he's going to try to be. That's who he became against Jordanis Ugas. You hear me? I'm telling y'all, man. I'm telling y'all, Joe. I think that's what Shawn has been alluding to this whole time. We'll see. I think he's going to pick spots in the fight where he is going to be aggressive. Yes, he is going to be typical Porter. That's not, he ain't got no choice. Instincts are instincts. You're going to be who you're going to be at points in the fight, especially if you get touched up a lot. But I do believe that he's going to bet more on his jab and trying to lure Terence Crawford to him. He's going to bet more on that and using his athleticism on the outside. Not so much brawling with Crawford, because he knows Crawford will knock his ass out. I'm telling you. So we'll see, man. We'll see, dog. It's going to be a hell of a fight, man. But I think that's the jewels that Shawn been dropping this whole time? What say y'all, man? What y'all talking about, man? What y'all talking about? Yuri, what's up, man? What's up? What's up with you, man? He said, look, man, absolutely Bud win over Brook was a better win versus Spence. Not even close. Bud's win over Brook was better than the win versus Spence. Are you saying that basically is Bud's win better than Spence's win over Kell Brook? Oh shit, you already know how I feel. I believe so. I believe so. Kell Brook coming off of 3 straight wins at a higher weight class. Yeah. No injuries. Facing bigger punches, bigger men. You know what I'm saying? He actually shined in some of them fights. He struggled in a couple, but shined in some. And at least Kell Brook had the heart to move up in weight. Unlike a lot of other welterweights. But when he fought Earl, he was coming off putting medical extensions in. He was coming off getting his face broke at a higher weight class, having to lose a lot of muscle. I'm just saying, he gassed out after 6 or 7. And then, he got injured after 6 or 7. And the fight changed at that point. That's just where the fight changed. That's just not me. That's just y'all go watch the fight. You'll see exactly where the fight changed is where Kell Brook got injured. But in Bud's case, where everybody say, well, he fought him at the weight class, he ain't fought that in so long. But forget to mention that Kell Brook had like a 6-month camp. Kell Brook went looking for that fight. That ain't nothing that Bud asked for. Bud like, look, you better just stay where you at, champ. But he came blocking. And ain't nobody else was stepping up. So fuck it. He knocked Brook out. Easy work. Like he's supposed to. Unlike the rest of them, it took Earl, it took him 11 to go down there with a half-broken Brook. With a broken Brook. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it went. Mike, what say you, Mike? What's going on? Like the old school song, go. I can't wait. What's up, everybody? What's up to my homie, Mike Ryan, man? Salute to you, man. Chilling. I know you ready for the night, bro. We're going to have a lot to talk about, man. We're going to have a lot to talk about. Big Ace on deck. What's up, man? Chilling. You ready for the night, Big Ace? Everybody ready tonight, man? Turned all the way up. Y'all better get y'all stuff out the way, man. Whatever y'all got to do. Hey, y'all better clear it all out the way, bro. Get your bottles, man. Everything you need. Get on deck. Get your food. Get your chicken. Make sure whoever coming over in place and parked and everything, set everything up, the grill rolling. Say, hey, folks talking about throwing parties for this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, man. Yeah, this fight I think this fight gonna do pretty good, dog. I think it's gonna do pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Terence Crawford better understand too, man. That Shawn Porter is coming in here with nothing to lose, Joe. That's another important factor of tonight's fight. I would think that Shawn Porter is coming in here with nothing to lose. He's got everything to gain. Everything to gain. He got nothing to lose other than his legacy would just take, to me, I think, a major hit. A major hit. Well, then again, that is a lot to lose, right? But I think his legacy takes a hit if he loses to Crawford. I'm sorry. We could talk about it post-fight, but he loses. He wins. He's back on top. Legacy improves. Hall of Fame, his chances of have increased. Hey, the sky's the limit. Pivotal ass fight, y'all. Pivotal ass fight. So he fighting with these nothing to lose emotions. Just something that you just can't measure. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, we just don't know if Shawn Porter coming in there with so much heart that it may overcome the moment. Shit happens, right? Shit happens. We just want to understand that Shawn Porter is looking like he lays it in, man. So we'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? We'll see what's up. Hey, Muhammad Ali say, hey, champ, long night ahead. Showing probably around 5 a.m. Can't wait. Damn. 5 in the morning out there in the UK is when it's coming on. Woo. I feel you, bro. But you don't want to miss it, man. Can't miss this, Muhammad Ali. Can't miss this one. So I understand. Damn, man. Hey, if it was coming on 5 in the morning out here, I'd be real with you. I'm staying up for this one. Just for this fight. I got to stay up for 5 in the morning. I got to see this one, champ. Like, this is a must-see. Stylistically, I don't get no better. I'm telling y'all, I don't get no better. Implications as well. The crazy thing is, I believe we get in the best version of Porter anybody has ever fought previously. You think this version of Porter is the best version? It's going to be a good, he's coming off a win, a good showing against Sebastian Formella. I think we're going to get a real good version of Shawn Porter too. It's just, like I say, the main criticism going into this fight for him, if any, is just him seemingly a little distant, seemingly. You know what I mean? That's about the only thing. And maybe that could come from him being just in an uncomfortable environment over there with ESPN, where he ain't kicking it with nobody like that over there. They probably talking shit about him in the hallways and all that over there. Shawn Porter probably walking down the hallways of ESPN, they throwing spit wads at him and shit. Like he probably feeling, he probably feeling some sort of, they ain't messing with him like that over. He not over there with Fox and PBC. He on foreign territory right now. So I kind of sense that from him. You know what I'm saying? Then he's selling the fight and he's overselling that. It's like he's probably feeling a little used over there. You know what I mean? It's just, I get that sense. But that could play out in the fight. So you better be careful. You can't have nothing wrong with you going up against Terence Crawford, champ. Did y'all see Crawford at that weigh-in? He was chiseled too. But that ain't nothing new. Always in shape. Never questioned at all. No questions asked. No one's even thinking about that or checking for that. That's crazy. This fight gonna be crazy. Both men look in great condition. Probably gonna get a lot of punches thrown in this fight. Shout, it's going down. You know what I'm saying? It's going down. It's going down. Mike says, see the point you're missing is all that athleticism from Porter would be a major factor because he knows what to do with it. Yeah, I think he's gonna use it to be on the outside. I'm telling you. Or he's gonna want Bud to play to be the matador. Like he's gonna want Bud to be the matador. He's gonna be the bull. He's gonna want to play matador. I'm telling you. And he's going to more so get reduced to that. That's what I've been saying a lot of times building up to this fight. He going to have no choice because the slugfest or the jump in your chest version of Porter risks really being clipped and really getting hurt, I believe, especially between punches. And that's something I think Crawford can catch him with. And it's been proven too many times when Crawford hits you clean, what happens? Y'all can say about whatever skill level of y'all don't like the fighters he fought or whatever. You can't say that. That's a lot of chins, bro. That's a lot of chins, man. Fuck, man. Crawford hit a lot of rocked a lot of chins, bro. You just can't take that away. Everybody got bad chins? Nah, he just rocked a lot of chins. You know what I'm saying? Took a lot of O's. Took a lot of belts. You know what I mean? He just rocked. And see, Shawn Porter can get clipped and in that aggressive style of fighting, I think, Joe, that's just gonna spell night-night for him. He's gonna be reduced to having to find a strategy from boxing, where he wants to shine for about 2 rounds doing that shit. 2 rounds before Crawford catch on, and then Kenny gonna be on his ass. I believe that's what I think. You know what I'm saying? But either way, man, look, man, much respect to both of these fighters, though, and it's just either way. It's unfortunate, like I told y'all the other night, man, that this 2 friends got to fight each other, man. We can't get the best. We couldn't get Danny, the real rival of Terence Crawford. That's who Terence Crawford been wanting to fight for years. We couldn't get Danny. Danny played duck, duck, goose. It was always, that story has been so buried in boxing that it's insane. A lot of new fight fans, if like people just caught on the boxing a couple years ago, or a lot of MMA fans who came over and they want to know more about boxing, you would never know that the real rival of Terence Crawford is Danny Garcia. You would never know. You would think it's Earl Spence Jr. Or you may think it was Keith Thurman. No, it haven't. It's always been Danny Garcia since the amateurs. And they never fought. And that's sad, bro. That is a shame. I mean, yeah, we can say business this, business that. Once again, it always comes down to this. If we go to Bob Arum's situation, Bob Arum has always said he wanted to always pay for 2 fighters. He gave you the 2 names that he was always willing to pay for, and he's never wavered off those 2 names. PBC forced other names towards him and say, pay for these dudes. But the 2 names that Bob has always wanted was Danny Garcia and Earl Spence Jr. He always said that's why they offered Danny the money and they stepped to him. And of course, they always wanted Earl. But they never wanted Keith, and they never wanted Shawn. That's just, those narrative got buried over time because, a lot of the debates and shit, but that is the real narrative for real. And that got buried by the whole sides of the street and blah, 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 blah. Nah, that's how it was always supposed to have been written. That's who Bob always, even when Terence Crawford, right? Remember when he called out Keith Thurman when he first got the welterweight, and he called. Remember him and Bob were on totally separate pages. Go to the post-fight interview if you think I'm BS. They said different names when they asked who should Terence Crawford fight. On top of that, Bob Earn was filibustering like shit about Keith Thurman. Bob never wanted Keith. When Terence said Keith, Bob didn't like that. Y'all better go back to that moment. People forget that. Bob was never on board with Keith. Even if Keith probably, honestly, truth be told, even if Keith would have came out and said, you know what, give me the Bud fight, which he didn't do. He didn't do. But if he did, I still think Bob would have still gave him hell to make that fight. Because he never wanted him. He never believed that Keith can sell. And this is why Keith don't like Bob. This is why Keith never does business with Bob and them. Because they don't respect each other. You dig? That's the real stories. So, at the end of the day, man, you know, Crawford, man, this the name recognition right here, that box gets checked with tonight's fight, which is big for his legacy because of all of the stories and all of the narratives that got buried, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully we finally get to a moment where we get the biggest fight. To be honest with you, truth be told though, about if Crawford win tonight, if we get the Earl Spence and all, truth be told, I still I find it hard to believe it happens like next. Though I'm wishful thinking, like I still got a hard time believing it. Just too many games been played. It's a situation now where I'll believe anything when I see it, type shit. I'm done with the talk. I don't care about rumors and whispers. I got to see it now. I'm just to that point with anything with that. You know what I'm saying? I got to see it. And I want it to be next. Would love for it to be next. But for real, don't know. None of us really do. You know what I'm saying? None of us really do. Black Ham TV say it's fight time, man. You ain't never lied, bro. It's about that time, man. It's about that time. Yes, sir. Will, what's up, man? Shawn is a dog fighter and will trouble Bud, but Bud movement will be too much. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If Shawn chooses to, and see, Bud can beat him in that manner. If Shawn comes aggressive and Shawn want to be the dog, Shawn want to beat Shawn, I believe Bud can beat him in that fashion of using movement. He could. That's just one way though. But if Bud maybe want to be the Bud that a lot of people say he is, want to get the lick back, want to hit, want to go back and forth with you, get lured into certain type of fights, well, shit, he might can beat Shawn in that fashion too. And clip him. Clip him. I'm telling you, I believe Crawford is a bigger puncher than Earl Spence. I believe Crawford is a bigger puncher than Adrian Bronner. That's what I believe. I just believe he's a bigger puncher. His results showed it, or has better punch placement, if you might even want to say that. Some of y'all, if you want to say, well, you can't argue with the punch placement. Something is hurting these dudes. Because even though Adrian Bronner hurt Shawn Porter, he ain't hurt no goddamn body else. He couldn't hurt Emmanuel Taylor's and all of these dudes. So what's the difference? And Terence Crawford hit harder than all. He is harder than all that shit. So I mean, hey, that's gonna be the biggest shit tonight. I think it's gonna be Crawford's power. It's gonna make Shawn Porter fight a different kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? Silver Salomo chilling, man. What's up, man? I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling. Black Ham TV says, yo, man, Bud at -700. Yes, sir. That's not too bad though, you know. But hey, heavy favorite, as to be expected. As to be expected. You know what I'm saying? As to be expected, man. Cut it out. Brooke was fighting bums at 154, man. You Bud fans. But that's better still. 3 consecutive wins at a higher weight class, though, Toddy. It's still better than a Brooke coming off his face being broke from 2 weight classes. That's what you got to compare to. I'm not saying that Brooke coming off those runs was the best thing in the world. I'm saying compared to the Earl Spence version that the Kell Brook that Earl Spence fought, that's a better Brooke. That's my whole point. And if you want to say coming down in weight, he came down in weight from the Golovkin fight. 2 weight class. How much muscles he had to lose from 160? You saying 154? He had to come from 60 from to face Earl Spence. And getting a major injury for the first, I mean, well, I ain't gonna say the first time in his career. He got stabbed before that, right? But everybody said he was the best welterweight in the world when he got stabbed. But my thing is, even that's in that case, coming from 60 and going down to 47 with your half of your face broke, you can't tell me a Brook on a 3-fight winning streak at a higher weight class ain't a better version, bro. I mean, what you gonna say? Because he had the IBF belt? That was a technicality, man. That was a technicality. He moved up 2 classes. The IBF let him hold on to it. And he came down and put in how many medical extensions? He didn't put not one medical extension in for Terence Crawford. Not one. He welcomed the fight. He talked shit going into the fight. Y'all forget the version of Brook. People were supposed to give Terence Crawford all the credit in the world for Brook. But given the fact that he made Brook look like Brook, look, now Crawford don't get no credit for it. But if he would have put Crawford into the fight of his life like he did with Earl, then Crawford would have got the credit for it. That's the way it go, right? I don't understand. I got to tell you, I believe Shawn Porter fought the best Brook of all Brooks. You know what I'm saying? He fought the better Brook of all of them. And that was Brook undefeated, injury-free. You know what I'm saying? Good speed, good power. Everything was clicking. Hunger. The hunger was on a different level. That was the best version of Brook that was faced. But when it comes down to Bud's version and Earl's version, I say Bud fought the better version, bro. Brook was shining. Brook was shining. Brook ran from 54. That was his decision. Nobody asked Brook to come back to 47. He ran from Charlo. He ran from Hurd. He ran from everybody, bro. That's when Brook started to act like a little sucker, man. He was just on the out looking for the check. Out looking for the check. Bucked Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn told him don't do it. He still did it. That shit was crazy, man. That shit was crazy, bro. Mike say, man, this is the first time Crawford is not hitting blanks, real bullets in this fight. And full credit if Crawford pull it off. You know, that's cool, bro. I mean, hey, hype up Porter. Give Porter all of the accolades that's needed. I want people to keep that same energy as much. We saying that this is the fight because, like I said, man, you got to forgive me, Mike, for my skepticism because I've been here so many times that it ain't even funny. You did. How many fights, bro, have I been here? And right before Crawford's fight, Crawford's opponent is this, is that. He's, well, you know what? He gave this person a tough fight. He's this type of style. He's that. He's this. But then after the fight, all that shit is just poof, pow, be gone. So excuse my skepticism. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, look, at the end of the day, hey, Bud Nation gonna definitely give him his credit because we already know what it is, right? Boxing in general gonna give him his credit because the conversation gonna get real deep. It's gonna get real deep. Ain't that right, Canelo fans? It's gonna get real deep. We're gonna have a serious discussion, Canelo fans. Number 1 pound for pound, right? Let's revisit the conversation after this. We will. We will. Our time is coming. And we're gonna lay the facts on the table. Y'all know how Mainman do. We're gonna lay the facts on the table. What Canelo has done, what Bud has done, and we're gonna take both pictures in, and we're gonna get the real pound for pound champion. That's the way it should be done. Now, Canelo's done what he done. He's undisputed, right? Undisputed and moving through classes. He's going to now face Ilunga. We're gonna put all into this in the grand scheme of things. This is what Canelo, I told y'all, wanted to do. He wanted to try to take off the different avenues of his pound for pound debate, where everyone knows, like I said before, the biggest attribute to the pound for pound argument is not your emotional rants and, oh, because this is my favorite fighter and he shined against lesser dudes. No, that's not it. What it is with pound for pound is these fighters translating their powers and skills while moving up. That is the biggest argument in pound for pound. Not your puffed up belts, not none of that shit. Your level of dominance while moving up. And when you can dominate at a weight class, that can get you on pound for pound list, I believe. You know what I'm saying? Let's not get that twisted. But not above another fighter that's doing the same thing while moving through classes. You can't win that argument. I don't care what belt argument you want to give. It's about showing these skills while moving up. That is one of the biggest challenges in boxing. This is why all great fighters, before they get out of their careers, they want to challenge themselves by doing what? Moving up. That's always been. This is one of the heaviest criticisms on Gennady Golovkin. Brother don't want to move up. Fuck, you want to sit at a weight class your whole life, your whole career. How much is that? How did you going to put yourself in a hall and talk yourself amongst the Roys and the Hopkins and all of these cats? And these cats, these are fighters that moved up through classes and showed their powers and skills while moving up, winning titles while moving up. Golovkin ain't did that. That's why his discussion is, that's why his argument in comparison is tough. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, what Canelo is doing is he's trying to take that argument off by saying, hey, I'm moving up 5 divisions and I'm fighting a champion. First fight at the class. Like I said, man, to the untrained eye, to the untrained ear, that sound good. That's that Canelo hocus pocus shit. It's good on paper. It's like that good on paper. But if you a boxing fan in today's moment, you like that shit ain't good. Not in today's moment, it ain't. Maybe on paper. Cats 10 years from now, I'm gonna look at it on paper and say, oh yeah, he did this. But cats in the moment today don't feel that way. You dig? But that's just how it is with Canelo. So Canelo fans, trust and believe we're gonna have our conversation. But Bud got to do his part. He got to get through tonight, which I believe he will in devastating fashion. You know what I'm saying? L-Dub on deck. What's up, man? Chilling, man. L-Dub, what's up, man? Tonight, man, one of the biggest ones. Hey, then we ending the year with something like this, man. That's what makes it so crazy, man. The implications and consequences, L-Dub. Salute to my brother L-Dub on deck, riding with me, man. Appreciate you, man. Much love to you, fam. Much love. Yes, sir. Yeah, it was a hella promo for this joint, man. I like the little promo arms they've been doing and blood, sweat, and tears and all of that stuff, dog. I thought they did pretty cool, man. I thought they did pretty good with it, man. And they showing both of these fighters a lot of good respect. You know what I'm saying? Shawn Porter, he deserves it. He deserves to get a good welcome. You know what I'm saying? Some good promo, and I hope the numbers do good. You know what I'm saying? I really do. Look at this here, man. Big Duke say 99% of the internet casuals Porter wins. I am the big dog. Sound good. I don't see. I mean, hey, like I said before, Shawn Porter is gonna bet on his jab. I'm telling y'all what it is, dog. I think Shawn thinks he has the better jab of Terence Crawford, and Shawn thinks that is gonna be his most consistent punch landed. I think I'm gonna be looking real close at the rounds when he become aggressive, like when he becomes turn up Porter, Super Saiyan Porter. When he becomes Super Saiyan Porter, I'm gonna be looking at like really those rounds right there and seeing like between punches is gonna be real telling. If Crawford ain't landing punches between Shawn Porter's like ruckus on the inside, that's where I think if he's gonna have any strong point on the inside with Shawn Porter, that's what it's going to be. It's the slip and dip and get punches in between Shawn Porter's aggressive punching, or maybe while Shawn Porter's focusing a lot on the body, which Shawn Porter likes to do on the inside, he's eating shots upstairs. You know what I mean? Which that's where Terence Crawford likes to really stay. So, I mean, I'm thinking there's something to that, but I hope he weathers a lot of those storms on the inside. Pick your shots. It got to be clean, and that's what he's an expert at. Picking shots, clean, accurate punches. That's one of the major strong points of Terence Crawford. That's what gets him all the knockouts. I'm telling you, we'll see. His Grace, what's up, man? Bud will maintain his discipline and pick Porter apart. That will be the key to success early on. Once Porter is peppered, he may take a knee. That's going to be issue. And once that happens, that's where I believe a stoppage can come into. Like, once Porter go to that back foot, 2 rounds, I think 2 rounds of tops, he's going to have some success. He's going to be exploding because Crawford do get touched sometimes with the jab, and he drops that left hand when he started to get a little comfortable in there. And that makes, but once he judges that distance and makes that adjustment, Porter going to be in serious trouble. He's going to be in serious trouble. But Crawford got to watch out. Porter has a good ability as you coming in to kind of try to use your force against you and step into you and pop you and pop you. Crawford got to catch all that shit. And if he catch him between punches, my goodness, with full extension, that's why I'm telling you, man. A lot of people don't see Shawn Porter outboxing Terence Crawford. A lot of people don't see that. Can't see that scenario, man. DJ Zion Love, what's up, man? Chilling, man. He say same old Porter, man. Yeah, man. Looking like it, you say same old Porter. Okay. And then look, one thing, when you use that word old, that's key, Zion. That's crazy. You know, a lot of people ain't mentioning the fact that with everything that Shawn Porter has been through and the way that he fights, this ain't 2014, champ. Everybody going through Shawn Porter's little resume and looking at his old fights. Oh, you know what? I'm going to go back and watch the Shawn Porter and Kell Brook fight and try to call it for this fight. I'm going to go back and watch the Shawn Porter versus Danny fight, which, truth be told, I think tonight's fight going to look more like Danny and Porter. And I'm going to get to that in a second. But yeah, let me go back and look at all of these fights. Porter was younger. You don't know what those fights have done to Shawn Porter at this point. Shawn took a lot of shots going through these ranks, and even on his losses, he's given a lot in the ring, man. And this is why we love Shawn Porter. He's given a lot. He's given a lot of these fighters a lot, but he's put a lot in. And I can imagine how Kenny is probably pushing him in camp. Maybe this is why the footage is leaking like him jumping on him, because these are signs of Porter's a bit older. Maybe it's a bit harder to get him to rise or to rise to that occasion or to stay there. You know what I mean? He's older. He's been through a lot of fights. This is his biggest payday. And retirement can look real cushiony for a cat like Shawn Porter, who's been through so much. And the criticism, and Shawn hears the criticism loud and clear, man. You can tell by his answers and even the way he's going about with the stuff he's doing, he listens loud and clear. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. I just think he's been through a lot, and it can show tonight. I'm just saying, like, people may not see the same level of endurance or the same level of punch resistance. I mean, that can happen. That can happen. It's still no excuse. But I'm just saying, this is not no spring chicken, Shawn Porter. People look at Bud's age and say, but Bud ain't took no punishment. Bud don't nurture injuries like that. Like, you know, Bud don't take a lot of punishment. He don't. Not stopping everybody the way he doing. Even if y'all want to say, well, look who he this, then that. Still, the bottom line is the punishment has been real minimum on him. And he's not a cat that got to do so much extra to make weight and all this extra jazz. I'm just saying. So, I just think a lot of that going to play out. So, a lot of us say Porter. And I see you say same old Porter, huh? DJ Zion Love. Old Porter. Ain't nobody thinking about that. I know we looked at Formella and say, nah, Joe, did you see his last performance? How the hell you going to say that, man, with his last performance? Yeah, but that was Formella. Formella put up zero resistance. Damn near. He just was there. He was a body. It was a pulse. That was it. Porter was able to shine, and he still ain't stop him. That was Formella in there with a Terence Crawford. He wouldn't have lasted 2 rounds. I give him maybe 2, maybe. And I ain't saying, you know, difference in styles, but the point I'm making is same old Porter. Porter may not be the same cat. A lot of cats say he was or used to be. I don't know. We'll find out tonight. If he gets stopped earlier than 5, my goodness, Bud Crawford is better than I probably even thought. I'm giving it 10. He stop him in 5. Shit. Hey, he gonna get so much credit for that, bro. It's just like ain't gonna be nothing else in boxing gonna make no other sense than the Earl Spence Jr. fight. You know what I'm saying? But as for Shawn Porter, if he surpassed the expectations, because I'd say about 99% of the boxing world is picking Shawn Porter to lose this fight. That's a major thing too. I want to say that before the fight. 99% of the boxing world is picking Shawn Porter to lose this fight. It's been a year of upsets. Just saying, it has been. It's been a year of upsets. 99% of the boxing world choosing for Shawn Porter to lose this fight, even calling for Shawn Porter to be stopped in the first time of his career. The belief in Terence Crawford is very high from all across the boxing spectrum. That's a lot of pressure. Must admit, that's a hell of a lot of pressure. So if and when Terence Crawford surpassed the moment, how much credit will he get? Even if, I mean, to surpass the pressure. The pressure. And looking at that stare down, looking the way he looked at Shawn in that face off, I think he ready. I think he ready, man. Hey, he looked at Shawn's soul. I just think he ready. You know what I'm saying? I think he ready. I think he at a whole nother place, and he ain't trying to let Shawn take him out of it. Shawn trying his best to be nice guy Shawn. It ain't working. I think he ready, Shan. I think he ready. Porter mind and physical skill sets, I believe, have finally met and reached his full prime potential. Yeah, and that's a good point, fam. That's a great point. In a lot of cases in boxing, even with your favorite fighter, a lot of cases they don't get better with time, or they don't get better with age. A lot of times when they peak, they start that decline. They don't normally get better, especially a lot of fighters that fight on athleticism and less on skill, which I'm not saying that Shawn Porter has no skill. That'd be crazy to say. Shawn Porter's beating some, like Kenny is touting Shawn Porter's amateur achievements, which are good, you know, but those are amateurs, right? I mean, that's back in the day, you know, no knockouts, different set of gloves, headgear, yada, yada, yada. But that was the amateurs. But he had to still show a certain level of skills to beat some real good names back in the day, right? I just think in comparison to Terence Crawford's, I don't think it's going to compare. And when Terence Crawford goes southpaw, I think that's going to be a major problem for Shawn Porter. A major problem. Not when Earl Spence Jr.'s jab was landing like that from the southpaw position. And Terence Crawford's jabs from the southpaw position is a different jab. It's not the typical jab. It's not the same jab. It's different. Porter going to be surprised. It's going to keep him on the back foot. And I think if Crawford starts to judge the distance and walks him down with it, it's going to lead to bigger things. I'm telling y'all, I've been telling y'all, man, the X factor going to be that jab. It's going to be that jab. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at it. That's how I feel it. You know what I'm saying? Much love, man. Much love to the homie Damone Daniels in the super chat, man. Much love, man. Much appreciation and support for the channel, man. Yes, sir. He said, yo, new winner tonight will become the mandatory for the WBC. Winner tonight will become the mandatory for the WBC. So you mean to tell me the WBC is going to go okay? Because I heard about Terence Crawford putting in a petition to the WBC to try to become the mandatory. But I thought from what I seen that they turned it down. So I haven't seen. So if you're saying that that's going to be the case, Damone Daniels, then the stakes just got turned up a whole nother level for this fight. And it kind of makes sense for Porter because Porter's like, he was their silver champion. He was the WBC silver champion. So for Shawn Porter, it would make sense. And he was highly rated in the WBC. Remember, he didn't want to lose that spot. A lot of people we was even alluding to that Shawn Porter did a lot of stalling, which he did because he knew that he had another fight that he can go to towards the Earl Spence Jr. rematch by him being the WBC silver champion. So they might do him the favor. Who knows? Kenny and Shawn went to the convention before the year before like this one, and they paid their dues. So who knows? That's a good shit, man. Hey, I hope, that's what it is, Damone. That's what it is, fam. Let the stakes go up whole nother level. Ain't no running, no ducking, no pulling away from no Mandos, right? Same way we say for Canelo and Benavidez. Benavidez is the Mando. Ain't no running away from Mandos, no vacating belts, right? No new franchise belts. None of that shit. I don't want to hear none of that shit. Hey, that's what it is. That's great news, Damone Daniels. Thank you for dropping that jewel, fam. I really appreciate that, man. That is a great direction, and that's what I want to hear. That's the type of news I want to hear, fight fans. So the stakes have gone up. The stakes have gone up a whole nother level. A whole nother level. You know what I'm saying? Salute to Samuel Nathan Hudson Jr. Hey, salute to you, fam. I appreciate you, man. The support for the channel, man. Much love for you, man. I appreciate that, man. All support is always. I'm very thankful and appreciative, man. Samuel Nathan Hudson Jr. Much love to you, man. You know what I'm saying? Yes, sir, man. A nice fight got everybody coming out, man. I hope y'all ready, man. This is what I'm saying, man. These are the type of fights that boxing need to keep us, you know what I mean? Keep us turned up and engaged. It'd be nice if they hook us up with some better undercards. We get some better undercards, then we talking some good business. You know what I'm saying? So to my brother D-Lo 44 Boxing on deck. D-Lo, what's up, champ? If you want to come through, bro, I got some time, man. I can drop that link. You know what I'm saying? Let me know, man. Let me know. Yes, sir, man. I appreciate you, Samuel, man. He said, yo, Bud is going to try to eat Porter alive tonight. Bud is tired of being underrated. That's a good, hey, hunger. I get that, Samuel. Hunger. I get that from the face-off. Hunger. I get from the fact that he ain't trying to be taking off his game. This is what I don't understand with a lot of fight fans, how we don't understand. I know it's easy to criticize Crawford and say, well, he ain't selling the fight. He's supposed to be selling the fight like Shawn doing, right? But Crawford is a different breed, I believe. And when it's fight week, he don't do it. He don't want to talk to the media. He don't want to talk to Shawn. He don't want to talk, period. And a lot of people can't understand that. A lot of people can't understand that. Not to mention to get yourself to a place to stop somebody that you perhaps behind the scenes really like. That whole notion is being taken off the tape. Let's not forget. I think for real, him and Porter, even though they may not be as tight as they kind of allude to, I still think that they still, to a certain level, is cool. Like they real cool behind the scenes. And they don't really want to make each other look bad publicly. I do get that sense. A lot of people look on Shawn's part and say it's fear. I think they really cool. I think they really cool. But Bud Crawford can't be there. He can't be in that type of mindset. He can't be there. He can't be there with Shawn like we buddies or something. Like, all right, cool, whatever. That's gonna have to be on pause. That's on pause. And to see that he ain't allowing that sort of thing, like Shawn is trying. Shawn telling knock jokes and all kinds of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Talking about what he can't get to him on Twitter and all. Like, he just saying a bunch of trying to be mental shit. You know what I'm saying? And he see that shit ain't working. This is one of the keys to Terence Crawford's success. He do this to all his fights. He don't be talking unless you piss him off, get up under his skin. And then he's a different kind of animal like Benavidez did when he took a swing at Benavidez at the face-off. Took a swing at his ass at the face-off. Unless you talking something like that. But other than that, bro, going into the fight, and especially with this fight, Bud's whole deal, he want to be calm, cool, collect. You can see that. He's deliberately keeping himself, which he seemed like he doing with ease. To the boxing reporters who want the quotes and they want the emotional reactions to their hate to it, you know what I mean? But he kind of moving through this with ease. You know what I'm saying? He ain't letting nothing ride him. And he knows, look, for me to get to the place to have to stop somebody that I like, man, this ain't like me stopping Earl. This ain't like me stopping Danny. Cats, you know he don't really care for it like that. Nah, this means having to stop Shawn. He said, bro, we never talked about even doing this fight. Shawn ever always said, I never even thought we would ever honestly be fighting. They never even was ever checking for one another in boxing with the ducking tactics throughout of boxing. Force two homies together. And so Bud can't be, he gotta shut it down. And like I said, to show the mental toughness to do that, that takes a lot of hunger, man. That takes a lot of hunger. You dig? I believe. And that speaks to it. You dig? Ron Boy Fresh on deck. What's up, champ? What's up? What's up with you, man? Hey, Zion say drop that link, bro, all day. all day, man. Let's get some thoughts on deck, man. Anybody want to come through? Some of the fam want to come through, give me some last minute thoughts. What y'all gonna see tonight? Any sort of implications y'all see? That's making it. That's gonna be for this fight. Y'all can let me know that too. I'm down to know. Let me see. I'm gonna drop that link. That's for the fam, and y'all know if y'all fam. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't got to even question it. If you fam, you know what I'm saying? What's up, man? What's up to you, Ron Boy? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling, fam. I'm chilling. I know you turned up tonight, Ron Boy. Hey, Ron Boy. Ron Boy, all criticism is gone, champ. What they gonna say, Ron Boy? What they gonna say, man? There ain't nothing left. From in the ring, out the ring, above the ring, under the ring, to the left of the ring, to the right of the ring, nothing. It's all gone. Or in the ring, he's this, or out of the ring, he's that. From in the ring, out of the ring, around the ring, whatever. Ain't no more criticism. Names, resume, styles, domination, nothing. What they gonna say, Ron Boy? My brother, man, Candy Slim 501 in the super chat. Much love. I appreciate you. Thank you for the support for the channel family. Much love to you. He say, yo, Candy Slim say, Bud looked like he is fighting the entire PBC roster. The amateur judges who robbed him and some mofo who chased him with a knife in a dream. Shawn Porter is in trouble. Man, you ain't never lied, bro. You ain't never lied, man. Look, at the end of the day, if any of the whole roster would have jumped up, he would have took any and every fight that he's ever had. I do believe that Bob Arum put a little shit in some of those fights, but I just do believe also that the fights that Bob wanted and Bud wanted to pay for, or they wanted to actually do, never presented themselves.
Word up. What's up, man?
You feel me? And that's the unfortunate thing, bro. Zion, man, what's up, fam? How you feeling, man?
Peace and blessings to you. Happy Saturday, man. Judgment and the judgment day up in here, man. It's all good. Hey, I think I don't know, man. I think I sense a headbutt situation tonight, man. It's gonna be a headbutt tonight. I think it's gonna be a headbutt, most likely by Shawn Porter. But I think Bud is gonna just box him. He's not gonna try and embarrass him and knock him out. He's gonna just box him on the outside. But depends on what Shawn Porter want to do. You know, if they're really friends, he's gonna just outbox him like when Danny. Yeah, he's gonna really do an outboxing tonight. I don't think he's gonna damage his friend like that.
So you don't think that Terence Crawford gonna be on his front foot, gonna be try and come forward and maybe try to go after that stop? But you think he's gonna be comfortable just boxing them all 12, or
yeah, he's gonna box them all 12, yeah. Because that's his friend. If they're really friends, if that was me, I wouldn't want to damage my friend, man. Because we're supposed to be friends. Why would I damage you? You live see the next day. You gotta eat, you gotta feed your family. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we as black people, we gotta stand together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but so, Terence gotta also make a statement, bro. Don't you think he gotta make that statement?
But sometimes when you make a statement against your friend, if he's your real friend, the statement could make against you. You know what I'm saying? So if you're real about that life, I think I want him to outbox him. I don't want him to hurt him too much. That's what I think. Unless he do something like a low blow, a headbutt, or something out of character to ruin that friendship. That's what I think. I think he's gonna outbox him. Yeah.
Hey, man, salute to the panel, man. Bruce goes on deck. I'm trying to get my homie Ron Boy fresh on deck. Ron, I don't know. You might got to try to come out and go back in, Ron Boy. Try to come out and go back in, fam, because I got you pulled up, but for some odd reason it ain't loading up, man. So come on out and come back in, bro. I'm gonna try to join you on. You know what I'm saying? But salute to my homie Bruce Goes, man. What's up, fam? What you looking forward to the night's fight, Bruce?
My brother Mainman, how we doing this afternoon, bro?
Hey, man, I'm chilling, man. I'm just getting ready, man. Getting my mind ready, man, and getting into that fight mood. You know what I'm saying?
Zion love, man. Peace to you, my brother.
Peace to love. Peace to
This is probably the most anticipated fight of the year, man. I mean, this has many ways to go. First of all, we have to look at the inactivity, bro. I mean, Shawn Michaels and Mike Crawford, they haven't been active in a year, and past performances. You know, nothing to write home about. But I'm looking at the individual fighters. I mean, you know, Bud Crawford, awesome fighter, ambidextrous. You know, boxes unorthodox, man. He hits you with all different angles. He can knock you out going backwards. I mean, a great fighter. And Shawn Porter, I mean, that's a dog. You could throw him in any era. That's a Jake LaMotta, man. I mean, that's Mustafa Hampshire. That's the kind of guy that's going to come at you throwing fists. I mean, he's going to be throwing heads, elbows, knees. You got to be careful when you're in there with Shawn Porter. Now, if they're both 100%. I would have to say that Bud Crawford is the better boxer. I think Bud Crawford will eventually stop Shawn Porter because he's just powerful. He's good. He's going to frustrate somebody like Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, you have to stop him from moving forward. I think Bud has the talent to sidestep, hit him with that big left hand, make him think a little bit. But, you know, you never know, man. With the inactivity, anything could happen. I was watching the weigh-in yesterday. And Shawn Porter looked like he was ready for it. He was Showtime Shawn. He bright-eyed. He was looking at Bud Crawford, but Bud looked like he didn't want to be there. You know what I'm saying, man? I'm looking forward to a great fight. I tend to lean towards Bud with a late round stoppage, but anything can happen. I love the game of boxing, man. I appreciate you getting my opinion on here, bro. And man, it's like I've done everything I had to do. Get the token nice and clean. I got some fine Mother Nature ready to go, bro. I'm just waiting for the bell to ring, man.
I think tonight's all of those implications you said, Bruce, man, you right on the money with it, bro. I think tonight's fight is gonna be one of the biggest fights of the year. Even like I said, even now if it's not a numbers thing, right? Impact and just as a boxing fan. To get ready for just a great fight. You feel me? With that, the implications that has in the sport of boxing, I still think is big. And we don't get that many fights throughout the year that give you that kind of feeling. And I'm really happy for both of these fighters. And I'm glad it's going to be on pay-per-view, to be told, to give them, because both of them deserve it. I mean, you know what I mean? And to give them both a chance to shine on pay-per-view. But I think a statement going to be made tonight, man. And I think
and then again, yeah, man. And then remember, it's Porter's hometown, called adopted hometown. He's in Vegas. Cause Porter live in Vegas.
Hey, but you see what Ron Boy Fresh? You see what Ron Boy Fresh got right there? He say, "Look, man, he there right now," and he say everybody is calling for the stoppage. Hey, matter of fact, we got Ron Boy right here, so let's let him chime in on that. He coming on right now. Hey,
Ron Boy Fresh.
There you go, Ron Boy. What's the atmosphere? What's up, man?
Slim, you already know. I'm just
hey, man.
I'm about to. Can you hear me? I'm walking.
Yeah, we hear you, bro.
All right, yeah. So I mean, you know, I don't rap with everybody, man. Everybody's calling for the stoppage, even boxers. It's gonna be a stoppage. Everybody knows it's gonna be a stop. Even boxers calling for this stoppage.
Nah, he's not gonna hurt his friend, man. If they're really friends.
No. This is about money. This is business. This is business.
But at the end of the day, at the end of the day, man, I think he shouldn't look for the stoppage. If it comes naturally, take it.
No.
But when you're looking for it, you're gonna look for something else.
Nah, but Bud already said he's. I mean, you know how Bud. I mean, Bud gonna work it out where he gonna work it out, and he gonna get the stoppage, man. Trust me.
Hey, Ron Boy, let me ask you this. With the vibe that you feeling out there and the feeling in the air, if Bud get the stoppage, right? You think that'll be
not getting credit for it?
You think that's strong enough you don't think that's going to be strong enough to bridge the Spence fight? But even with the feeling, like everybody expecting it. So if it happens, you don't think that'd be strong enough?
He's not going to get credit for stopping Shawn, though. He's not going to get credit because all they're going to say is that he's still hurt from the Earl fight.
There you go. Always something. Can't
they always going to move. I've been telling you that they always going to move the goalpost when it comes to Bud, man. It don't matter how it goes.
Hey, when it comes to black fighters, you
saw Derrick James already put it out there that Shawn Porter went through wars,
right?
And then Earl already took something off of him.
Yeah, they better worry about Earl.
Why you think he was sparring Javante Davis? Why you think he was sparring Tank Davis for this fight, bro?
Man, he should have been. I don't even because it wasn't for Javante. It wasn't for him. It was for Javante versus Pitbull Cruz.
Get paid to spar. That was a
look, Slim, they don't. If he would have had Erickson Lubin in there, then I would have been like, oh, he's trying to win something.
Yeah, that was
you know what I mean? That was horrible. What is Davis gonna bring to that joint, man? Nothing.
Porter got paid to spar with Davis. That was the paycheck.
Right. That wasn't for Shawn. That was for Fat Boy.
Yeah,
right.
That was a business.
So why did Shawn Porter got time to just take off and do a little business, side business like that?
Because I think,
look, man. Yeah,
I think my man coming to the welterweight. That's why Tank gonna move after this fight. Tank might move to welterweight. That's why they haven't done this.
I just think they. I think they were sort of preparing for the way that Pitbull Cruz fight, man. That's all.
But what about Shawn? But what about Shawn?
Man, I'm telling you, they look. Kango Kenny already told y'all they couldn't find nobody to duplicate Bud. They couldn't find it. That was the biggest problem. He told y'all. He was like, and then their whole thing was Bud couldn't find nobody to duplicate him, which is wrong because they had youngin from Atlanta in there.
See that?
Right, you did. Oh man, I don't understand how they helped Shawn Porter, man.
Yeah, it didn't help Shawn, but
it was a politics move. You know what I'm saying? I think he got paid well. He got paid handsomely to go spar with Tank. No way.
Hey, look, I can't see. I also can't see how if we get a stoppage or something in devastating fashion, I can't see how they don't apply enough pressure publicly to Lord.
No, but they are applying pressure. You know, Bud about to be the WBC mandatory.
Right, I heard about that. That's what news got dropped on that earlier. That they talking about he's going to be the mandatory if he get the win.
What's going to happen is
no, he has a belt. He can't be a mandatory.
No, he can't. They already put a petition in there. Loma was the mandatory for the WBC when he fought for that. When he fought, what's his face? But remember they petitioned.
Yeah.
No, if you petition because he's fighting Shawn Porter. If he's fighting Shawn Porter, he's taking Shawn Porter's spot. So it's going to take him out the ranking so you can petition to take that spot. That's what Loma did.
Yo, you know what I think?
The WBC.
Yo, you know what I think Shawn Porter did? He was trying to insult Bud by sparring with Tank, saying that I'm not even worried about you. Let me go help this kid out.
I don't think they feel that they can beat Bud. I'm gonna be quite honest with you. I don't think they can feel they can beat him.
I don't get that vibe either, man.
They don't feel that they can beat him, man. Because none of the sparring partners mean anything. I was like, I'm like, Tank, you should have brought in Erickson Lubin. Erickson Lubin would have been perfect.
He should have bought an Errol Spencer spar. How about that?
Huh?
I mean, you should have bought an Errol Spence.
Yeah, they get somebody that was
in Errol Spence. No.
It almost looked like to me like they was doing Barry Hunter a favor with that, and I just don't think even with Shawn, with all of the, it's like
because remember Barry Hunter got dog day too, so it was about that. They brought the whole camp up there.
Yeah, that's right.
But also remember, Porter was also training down here. Well, I'm in Vegas now, but training in DC.
Right.
Remember when he almost busted weight and I told him he was on that mumbo sauce? I was like, you can't train in DC. You was eating all that goddamn mumbo sauce.
Yeah, he be training with Barry, man.
Yeah,
but my whole thing is he ain't got that kind of time though, dog. Like I would think he need to be super laser then right now for something like this for Terence Crawford. Like you gotta have, like you say, like somebody like a Lubin or somebody long and can mimic similar movements to Crawford.
I'm telling you.
And they don't make sense for Javante Davis.
It's a solo
like
fight,
I said, that was for Davis. That shit wasn't for Bud. That was for Davis.
Either that or probably some kind of ritual shit going on. They gotta make a sacrifice.
So
if some weird shit going on, man.
If the WBC gonna make the winner the mandatory, then it shouldn't be at that point. Then I mean, who knows what the time frame might be on something like that. But
I'm saying though,
I would think it wouldn't be a year.
Yo, man.
Not even that long. Danny's was last year. Danny's was a year ago, right? Danny was.
But I'm saying though, they said that you can't be mandatory.
No, you can't. What's up? What's going on, man? I'm not yet. I'm about to place a bet a little later. Already got, I talked to you yesterday when the Lakers over, when we messed up. Yeah, right. Right. I know we lost that shit. Oh, my bad.
Boy, always at the fights, man. That's what's up, man. Hey, what the atmosphere like out there? Is it turned up out there, Ron?
Man, this shit was crazy. It was actually crazy Thursday and last night. But,
is it sold out? Is it sold out?
Yeah. So hell yeah, sold out. And then everybody was at the weigh-in, but a lot of people couldn't get in because they because they, you know, they had it closed off.
Yeah, the Rona shit. That's
So,
what.
but I mean, I spoke to a rack of people. I'm not gonna really say right now who I spoke to, but I'm gonna have to. I mean, because I want y'all to hear me when I tell you. Like I spoke to a rack of motherfuckers. I told Jamel I was speaking this rapping with Jamel about some things. I mean, it was some things where I'll let you know about that shit though.
Okay. Well,
That's
I mean,
a lot of little shit.
I mean, but it's good to know that both sides is like is in the air. Like the PBC side, you got a lot of folks there. You know what I'm saying? And the other side,
Not really. It's just only people that say. I mean, I saw Tom Brown. I spoke to Sam and everything, but it ain't no really PBC. But a lot of PBC dudes here. I ain't seen none of them really. I seen all the youngins though from Top Rank. Motherfucking Keyshawn was here. I rapped the Keyshawn.
Yeah, I mean, they leading the charge on this, so I mean, I expect for them to have a lot. But just to see they got
a lot of people coming in tonight, though. They might be here already, but a lot of people coming in tonight. So
yeah,
that's what that's what Mel was telling me, and a couple other people was telling me that a lot of people coming in tonight, though.
They do the last minute coming in. Think of the
who looking like they got more fans out there right now, Bud or
yeah, but it's definitely sold out. It's been sold out. This shit was crazy, but it was crazy like Thursday night and motherfucker. Oh my god.
Is it predominantly though? Is it predominantly Bud fans out there, or is it predominantly?
Yeah. Bud run this shit. Nah, Bud run this shit.
Nebraska's in the building.
Bud run this shit. I'm telling you, Bud run this shit. It is not a Bud run. I told you before how Omaha roll, dog. I'm telling you, they different.
Hey bro, what's the line? What's the line in Vegas?
It's what is it? It should be. Did they change it? I just bet on it too. It's gonna be
Is it -700 for Bud, right? That's I seen.
Yeah, because I hear Sean's like a +500.
He's a +5.
That changed. That changed then. Yeah, that definitely changed.
That's an easy lick. That's a good lick.
And I got the stoppage. I got the stoppage in the 12, 8, 9, and 10.
12, 8, 9, and 10.
Yeah, and that's paying 1,200. That's playing a +1,200 and then a +1,500.
Yeah, I see a nasty headbutt coming, man.
Hey,
I see a nasty headbutt coming, man.
Oh yeah, nah, Bud is. They'll wear that. They'll wear. But you know who funny as shit, Slim? Motherfucking Bernie is hilarious.
Oh, you see him out there?
Yeah. Bernie come out the weigh-in. Oh yeah, we stopping them. We definitely stop. Bernie running through the motherfucking shit. Mandalay say, yeah, we stopping them. We definitely stop Bernie. Wow.
I think they really believe that, bro. They really believe in that camp that they gonna do that.
Bernie is a true blue hype man, dog. Bernie.
If Bud want to stop him, Bud should not be on the ropes. Don't be on the ropes. Stay in the middle and jab.
Once Sean feel Bud power, the whole fight gonna change. I'm telling you.
I agree.
That's what I'm saying. That's
it's a different type.
You can't stay in the rope.
I
was with Mighty Mo last night. Mighty Mo was like, Slim, I've never been in a ring with somebody that hit hard as Bud. Like he was like Bud crack. Oh, good.
I think that power gonna be a major X factor. And then Shawn Porter fight way different when he faces strong fighters. And I'm telling you, look at that. I always go to that Ugas fight and even that Danny fight. Now he fought on the back foot on those fights.
That was a PBC gift.
I think tonight fight gonna look more like the Danny fight.
He better stay. I think Bush should stay in the middle, man. Yeah, it will, but I think he should stay in the middle.
Bud, man, look, and I keep telling. I think Sean too small for Bud. If you ask me, he's too small.
What? No, Sean is bigger than Bud, man. You crazy?
Sean too small for Bud. Sean too small for Bud.
He's small for Bud. So Bud is a weight bully. So Bud is a weight bully.
Sean too small for Bud. Trust me, I tell you.
Height wise, the height wise. Is he
punch places? Sean Bud been in the ring with bigger fighters than Sean. He manhandled bigger fighters than that.
Yeah, but Sean is stockier. Sean is wider.
Man, trust me, you gonna see Sean is small.
Sean been through a lot of
too small for Bud, man. Sean don't hit hard enough. Sean gotta rely on a haymaker to get this job done. You're gonna see about 1,000 haymakers.
I think Shawn Porter gonna see a punch that he didn't see coming.
That's how it is. But you know that's how it is because when he throw his punches, he can't see the other guy's punches because he always got his head down.
Ooh, I see an uppercut coming.
That's a good point.
Right?
It's a good point. Hey, salute to my
gonna be
homie Chief Fred
baptized in the
Ford,
ring.
man, in the super chat, man. Appreciate the support for the channel, fam. He say the Reaper from
Yeah.
Omaha is swiftly approaching. Hold on to them belts tight at night. Hashtag petition. Everybody talking about that petition, man. They
Yeah,
start
that's
that
what I'm
hashtag
telling you.
petition.
Yeah, because Porter is ranked number 2. So Bud a petition to get his ranking.
Hey,
But how that's
hey,
possible though? I'm still
the
confused.
WBC, no,
If
they have
you
done
a
shit
belt-
like this in the past.
Yeah,
with
I
Lomachenko.
told you
Yeah,
that's
you're
how
right.
Loma got the WBC.
Right.
Loma
Right.
Loma already had the WBA and he got the
Oh,
WBC.
I know why. It's an
But no,
ESPN
I
thing,
thought.
Bob Arum thing. That's why.
No,
You could do
I
that.
thought when Loma did that it was vacant though. I thought it was a vacant.
No,
WBC,
but he's still a champion can't fight for another world belt unless you
another
petition
belt,
for it,
right.
whether it's vacant
Right.
or whether you have a champion and all.
Agreed.
I was
Right,
just
but-
bringing up a recent joint.
Right. They'll do that, but they'll do that in this situation too. They'll use something special like that in this situation.
Right.
That's
They'll
crazy.
do it and this is considered one of those special situations.
Wow,
And now they just waiting for approval from the WBO because they don't really technically need approval for the IBF because I don't even know if Shawn is even ranked in the IBF.
And not to mention, hey, did you just Virgil Ortiz next couple fights look like they locking up? Because they talking about after Virgil next fight, he want to go after Avanesian, right? So
no, that's who he's fighting next. That's who they ordered. That's who they fight.
Right.
That's the fight gonna be made. That fight is done.
But they say he fighting again. They want him to come back sometime in January.
Yeah, they want him to fight again.
Right, so that's 2 fights.
What
so
they
that
don't
means
want, and I'm gonna tell you who they don't want, and I know for a fact they don't want to fight Bud. Bud is the last thing they want to fight.
But that's the whole thing. That means the WBO, because Virgil number 1 in the WBO. So if he tied up for 2 fights, that's gonna be hard to get a mandatory out of the WBO. So they probably be like, you know what?
Technically, if technically, and this is what I said before, the next WBO mandatory, if it goes the way it's supposed to go, should be Boots.
Whoop, whoop.
You don't think it should be Virgil? Why you don't think Virgil number 1?
Because I think Virgil is going the WBC route.
Virgil not fight them. Yeah. Virgil not gonna fight them until 2024, 22.
And remember, Virgil already passed. Golden Boy and Virgil already passed on fighting Bud twice already.
Yeah, they ain't gonna fight Bud. They're gonna fight Bud.
They don't want to fight Bud. They don't want to fight him yet.
They're gonna wait till Bud hit 38, 37, then they fight him. If he's still around.
Bud not gonna let him. Bud not gonna let him age him out though. But that's what Bud not gonna let him do.
Earl still got to deal with his IBF Mando though. So either way, if they still did that WBC thing, he still got to deal with that IBF situation. Either way,
yeah. But the IBF, they not even ordering no fights. They're not even. They ordering. What's his face to fight another eliminator. Even though he's been the mandatory for 2 years.
That's some bullshit.
Oh, they ordered Abdul Kokorov. They ordered Abdul Kokorov to fight another mandatory.
Again. He's fighting. They ordered another. He's fighting in a couple months, or even if not next month, he's fighting soon.
That's crazy, champ. That's crazy. I didn't even realize that they did it. I thought Abdul Kokorov was gonna get his shot next.
Yeah, but they ordered another fight for him. But I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with the IBF, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. I don't know what they doing.
I mean, can you see Bud beating him in a different way, even if he don't stop him?
Oh no! But look, man, I'm gonna say what I said. If Bud don't get the stop, it's just unacceptable. I don't care with it. I'm rocking with what I'm sticking to what I said. Bud needs to get that stoppage.
Hey Bruce, what say you? Does he got to get a stoppage to get the full credit, or does he got to just give a convincing performance?
You do good, boss.
Well, you know, man, I am anticipating this fight. To me, bro, I go back to the day where I was anticipating Tommy Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard, and bro, this has the same feeling in the air to me, inside my body, man. It's, you know, I really, because the passion goes both ways. So many people are riding for Crawford. So many people are riding for Porter, man. You know, and I don't know if you guys ever saw me around, but bro, I ride the fence. You know, man. To me, boxing is a beautiful game, and you know. No box is trash, man. You know, these guys are these are my heroes. I'm looking forward to a Clash of the Titans tonight. This is probably the most anticipated fight of the year, no doubt about it, man.
Yeah, I definitely agree to that.
Oh
But
yeah,
the beauty.
and no, see, I think great performances by both fighters are going to do nothing but excel them. There has to be a winner. You put a gun to my head. I'm going to say Crawford will outshine him and possibly stop him, but he doesn't have to achieve greatness. I think whoever shines in this fight is going to be it's going to be the next cry for the undisputed champ if we're ever going to see it at welterweight, man. And man, whoever it may be, and my head says Bud Crawford, man, and but something inside me tells me, man, that dog Shawn Porter is gonna do something crazy tonight. And man, just look at his record. Nobody hurts him. He gets put down, he gets back up even madder. I mean, I saw him at the weigh-in yesterday. He looked like he's ready to do a Mr. Olympia contest, man. The guy was jacked. So people are saying he's been slacking off in training, bro. Nah. It looked like his head was there, man. Bro, to me, this, like I said, man, I'm feeling like Hearns and Leonard back in 1980, bro.
I can definitely dig it. I'm just leaning more to Bud knows that this is the fight that he got. If there's any fight, he got to do what he got to do, and he got to make a statement. It's this, and I think he's dialed in. And then he knows that he gotta come out there for the stoppage, bro. I think that's exactly what we want for. I think that's what he wants.
Yeah, I think the statement is something he really wants.
The statement gotta be made. It can't be close.
At least a dominant performance.
Yeah,
I mean, if he falls short, stop it.
Bud is a finisher. When Bud hurts you, he turns into a hawk, man. He's
exactly.
On you. And this is what I want to see. Is he going to be able to stun Shawn Porter where he's going to be able to open up and really show, really hurt Shawn Porter, which hasn't been done. And this is the anticipation, man. This is why I almost can't wait, man. The more we're talking about it, I'm foaming at the mouth for this fight to begin, man. This is an event status for me, bro. God bless you out in Vegas, man. I wish I was out there with you, bro.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, I can imagine. Bro.
So
I would love.
I'm out here in the sports book right now. I didn't even. I just been gambling all this morning. Everybody hit me up, Ron. Where you at? For Twitter and shit. I was like, dude, I gamble, bro. I done went to 5 casinos already. Now I'm back in the sports book. And you saw me talking to my man about my bet yesterday. Fucking, I lost the money because the Lakers and the Celtics went past 236. I was like, how the fuck y'all get past 236?
The Celtics, especially, bro. The way they shoot.
And as I talk to you, all you see is Crawford. And as we talking, I don't shine the camera on nobody, but all you see is Crawford, motherfucking t-shirts and hoodies and sweaters selling.
This is what I'm saying, bro. I think this is just Crawford's moment, bro. Like he got to rise.
It is. And look at I'm gonna pan over real quick.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's showing boxing joint. He got a Crawford. You see, dude. He was but everybody out here, man. Everybody know what's going down, man. Like, I mean, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
You think the weight is gonna sell well? You think it's gonna be all right as far as his numbers are concerned? I'm thinking.
I don't know. I think Top Rank did what Top Rank did. Piss poor promoting. They didn't promote.
You know what I mean? Your main man. I was trying to get the thing last night, and what they do when I buy my ticket is $69, and you have to buy the membership for the year also.
Oh, for real?
So they hit you twice.
Oh, you know why? Because you know what? Because this is the first sole ESPN Plus pay-per-view, right?
Right.
So which means is Top Rank is getting a deal like Al Heyman got, basically.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm getting at?
This is why he said he was able to pay for this fight. He was alluding to by the fact that it's being on ESPN Plus. That's
it's being on ESPN Plus, so therefore he doesn't have to split it down like
That's 50, why, 50. I thought it was gonna be in a regular channel. When I look, $69 for that.
It's gonna be solely ESPN Plus, so they're gonna break that money. Top Rank is gonna get more percentage split to break down with the fighter. To
but
get the fight done.
Disney getting that money because that's a Disney channel. Disney own that.
Yeah, I mean, but what I'm saying is, it's usually 2 companies. But I don't, but due to the fact that this is solely ESPN Plus, that's why they're making a big deal, because ESPN did pay-per-views before. But it's a reason why this is solely a ESPN Plus pay-per-view. You see how they marketing it?
Okay, so they're trying to be They're trying to beat the zone because the zone never done that before.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly basically you hit it right there on the point. That's like having a DAZN where they don't have to pay nobody. It's just strictly their app. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's coming through like that. That's how they doing it.
So they're gonna force the zone to charge.
Big A says I didn't get the membership. I only got the pay-per-view for $69.99.
Oh yeah, it's an option. You're right.
You can get a one off. You can get a one off. Yeah, you can get a one off. That's why I know, but you ain't got to get the subscription.
Because I did cancel a couple of months ago, but I pay $69 for the year. That ain't not. I mean, that's good. Just forget about it for 1 year. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I mean it's the same. It's the same price as the pay-per-view, right? I mean, so
yeah,
it's the
but
same thing.
The problem is that the app be failing in the fight sometime, man. That's the when they catch this shit.
Oh man, dang. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, look. Let me ask y'all this though: with a win over Porter, where do y'all still think that puts Bud at amongst the welterweights? Did y'all think he top dog?
Man, I'm biased. You already know. I've been saying since day one, Bud is the best welterweight.
Remember, all he has to do is just drop Porter one time. Because remember, Spence didn't knock out Porter; he dropped him. So if he can knock him out, he can get a better money boy at the table.
So I mean, I think
he's gonna be the A side. He's gonna be the A side.
Yeah, and I've been saying that Earl's been a declining boxer for a long time. Everybody think I'm hating. I was like, dude, he's declining.
It's the car accident that make a difference.
Nah, it ain't that. He's been declining.
Why do y'all say that? Why do you say that?
No, I don't think it's the car accident. I think it's alcohol. To be honest with you, I think hanging out with a rapper is the problem.
But where do y'all see the decline? Is what I'm trying. Because he got 2 wins his last couple wins.
This is, bro. For starters,
with a rapper.
Yeah, for starters, is his power is even in. When was the last time he stopped somebody?
Yeah, I remember Blu-ray and him.
Ocampo.
Well, the thing is, I have to say is when he did fight somebody, it was after the tremendous car accident, and he came back and he fought Danny Garcia. He befuddled Danny Garcia, man. So we can't say he's in decline, but he's got the eye injury, like you said.
This is.
It's been a long layoff, bro. And the thing about Errol Spence,
he beat Danny.
If Bud wins,
I'm talking before Danny, though. I'm talking before Danny. There's no way. Yeah.
Hey, let Bruce get it out. Let me see what Bruce was saying. Say what you were saying, Bruce.
Okay.
No. What I'm saying is, if Bud wins in spectacular fashion tonight, we're going to be talking once again. Well, the subject it's been dwindling off in the last year or so, and that's the Crawford Errol Spence fight. The fight that never could be made, and nobody even wanted to talk about it anymore. It gets so repetitious. But we're going to be clamoring for that fight. Errol Spence, he has to make up his mind. Is he going to hold the division at hostage, or will he relinquish the titles and let the contenders let the belt circulate again? Because the business of boxing and boxing are two different things, bro. Listening to you cats know the business of boxing. I'm an alien to that shit, man. I just know the fights. I know mano y mano. I love boxing, but the business of boxing, man, I can't stand it. And all this A side and crossing the fence, bro. It's to me, it's all bullshit. I want to see the fight happen. I can't see any reason why a fight of that magnitude that's going to make that much money, why it can't be co-promoted. And bro, I think if Crawford wins tonight, and if he looks really good, who are we going to scream for? We're going to scream for unification, bro. And that fight, it has to be made. Whether Spence, Errol Spence comes back and goes right there, or whether he decides to do it some other way. Bud is got to be recognized as the best welterweight after tonight, and he has to have a chance to unify that to get all the hardware, man. That's what I'm saying, bro.
Good point. Great points, man. But as far as declining the Earl Spence, though, y'all. I don't see the evidence because he came back and beat Danny right after even being off.
Look. So you think? So let me ask you this. Mainman. Do you think this is the same? Which one was better? This Earl or the Earl that fought Lamont?
The Earl that fought Lamont, much better.
Exactly.
Mainly because
I've been seeing Earl for years. Before he even Earl is not at the point where he should be as
because
a boxer.
Blu-ray was his lucky charm. Without Blu-ray,
He's not at that
Blu-ray
point,
was
bro. Like he don't have
but
the
he
Blu-ray was
ain't
lucky
power.
charm.
He gotta.
but he ain't lost. He ain't lost.
I know he never
He ain't
lost,
lost. Yeah.
but Blu-ray.
He
Listen, I
ain't
think Blu.
lost. That's the whole thing. He got if
I think
then on top of
something
that, he
happened.
kind of whitewashed damn near to a certain degree. Danny, he literally whitewashed Danny.
I think something
I can't
happened
say he
between him.
declining. I can't say
Yo, I think
declining.
something
But
happened
Okay.
between him and Blu-ray, man.
Did you know what the line? Did you know how? Did you know that everybody thought that he was going to stop Shawn? They shouldn't even been in a ring together.
who
Everybody
Danny?
said that, right?
Who Danny
Oh,
and
this was gonna
Earl?
be this was gonna be a blowout, blah blah blah. Man, I had Shawn Porter winning that fight, even with the stop down. I had it 114, 113
Against Earl?
against Earl. That's how I had the fight.
I thought Sean
I
lost,
think,
bro.
yo,
I thought he lost.
you know what happened, man? I think
How?
something
But
happened between him and Blu-ray.
he went long.
Made man. Something happened between him and Blu-ray, man. Something really happened. I think it's financial. I think Blu-ray is saying that I've been working with you for 11 fights. I need a raise. And Earl is trying to be cheap and go his own route. And ever since he done that, he's never been the same. And then all of a sudden now, he get criticized for not knocking people out. Then he went back to Blu-ray. I think he was being very cheap, and I think he wasn't living a boxer's life. He had a hip-hop
Man,
artist in
he's not.
his life, and he was drinking, including the car.
But he ain't lost.
I
mean,
know,
we can
but
say
you
y'all
understand
saying
his
all of that stuff
lifestyle.
out the ring.
I
He
think
ain't
Blu-ray.
lost.
So
Nobody ain't.
you don't think you think a boxer got to lose to look like they're declining?
Or no,
Yo,
or at least they no. I think their performance got to show decline. He
no,
dominated them.
made man.
Nah,
I
I
think
look at
Blu-ray
different.
He
I look at him.
dominated them. He didn't lose a
Nah,
round.
this ain't. Nah, Earl's supposed to be
made
farther along than me. Earl's supposed
yo
to be looking better than he do now. I'm sorry.
made man. Yo, you know what I think? I think Blu-ray said to him, "Listen, man, you got to cut the drinking out and start the partying. You have to live a boxer's life." And I think he said, "Hell no," and do his own thing.
So
Something
what is
happened.
that?
That has
Hey,
something to do with
Zion.
Blu-ray.
But
Yeah.
what does that say? What does that say then about Danny or whoever else? If y'all say that this is a lesser Earl and Earl ain't the same because the car accident, and
I never
Blu-ray,
looked at Danny as a
but he
The car
still,
I never
accident,
he still
But
beat
who
these
is
fighters.
Danny Garcia? But who is
yo,
Danny Garcia?
made man. You don't understand. I think when it rains, he feel pain. I think he's on medication for that for the rest of his life. Because
He
I
ain't
think he's on
losing.
something. Because at the end of the day, that accident, anytime accident and it rain, you feel pain. I think you're on the exemption. If you can see his personal record, he's taking medication for that shit, man.
Yeah,
Look,
but bro,
Man, I'm
we can
trying to figure out
speculate.
who is
We
Danny
can guess
Garcia?
on anything, man. You're only as good as your last fight, and Spence looked pretty damn good in his last fight.
But
Man,
he's not powerful.
he couldn't fight Pacquiao, so that was a medical reasons. We have to see what he produces because everybody's on a decline every day. We have to. That's what boxers do. They train, they get better, and we got to see where Spencer's at, man. He's a freaking unified champion, bro. He's a top welterweight. To me, he's the top welterweight in the world right now until proven otherwise. If he's on the decline, let's see somebody knock him off the top of the hill, bro.
Bud's gonna do it, bro. You don't
Gotta
see
stop
Bud
running
making
for somebody to do
It's
that.
about results. It's about results, man. I mean, my thing is, look, I hear what y'all saying, and those things could lead to a decline, but until we see it, we ain't seen it.
Yo, you're gonna see when he fight Earl.
He's still
gonna
running.
see.
He won damn near every round in his last fight. And so if you telling me he declining and Danny got beat like that, then Danny definitely ain't shit.
But who is Danny? Danny is a flat-footed boxer. I'm not saying, but do you know that Danny can get shown? Danny wasn't even supposed to beat Lamont Peterson.
But after being out of the ring, after being out of the ring for a year, he was out of the ring for a year, coming off of an accident.
Danny is a hyped up welterweight, bro. Like I'm telling you, I didn't.
But a man on
Danny a good name, but that's about it.
Bro, how many fighters come back from? But how many fighters come back from? How many fighters come back from not even injuries, nowhere near probably what Earl went through, and come back and looking like a totally different fight? Earl Spence, no matter what he went through, he still came back and dominated a damn near ex-champion.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I agree.
He can't knock everybody up, man. He did well. He did
Now,
well.
y'all
But
might want to say y'all seen some things in the Danny fight that said, well, his balance was a little
No,
off.
it's not that. I keep telling y'all, I'm talking before the car accident, though. I don't think this is
okay.
the same Earl. I've been said that. This
Oh,
is
so you
not the
saying he
same
was?
Earl.
I see.
This is
Okay,
Yeah,
the
so
because
best
he
Earl
wasn't.
was
He
the
stopped
best
messing with
Earl was
Blu-ray
when
that
he
one.
fought Lamont, bro. Like everything to me, Earl's skill set to me. Now everybody, different because I don't know. I've been looking at Earl since he was fighting on undercard. So I've seen almost like the progression. I know when boxers get better and better, and now it seems to me by what I'm looking at, he plateaued. He don't even have enough power to me. His power not even there no more. Or something.
but he never really been a big power fighter. He's always been
Yeah,
a
but
more
he will
grind you
break you
down
down and
type of way.
stomp you. He can't even do that no more.
If he come back and he fights your Danish
Blu-ray wasn't
Ugas
there,
before he
bro.
fight, if he fights Ugas before he fight Bud and he beat Ugas, it's like gonna be no questions, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the reason I'm saying is because I don't want if we get in Crawford versus Spence, I don't want no like Crawford said, man. I ain't even want to fight him when he first came back because I don't want no excuses. I
But
want the
hey,
best version of Earl Spence.
He's not gonna
man,
get that.
you're never gonna get that. Is my point. It don't matter. I told you. I've been telling you from the gate. It don't matter who Bud fight at 147. He's not gonna get credit for him right now. It could be Boots. It could be Virgil. It could be Earl.
Right.
Boots and Virgil is green. He's not gonna get credit for them. Earl done went through a windshield. Earl done got his eye broke off. And then Earl done fought. Oh, Danny Garcia, Shawn. So he went through wars. The excuses are already there. He's not going to get credit for them. I'm
Damn.
telling you.
So this is why. So they can't keep Earl away from Crawford much longer, man. He outgrown the weight. He's just too big, bro. He getting too big for 47, man. I don't think he got but like 2 more fights left at the class, bro. After them 2 fights, I don't see how Earl making crunching down to 47. Or he gonna be older.
I don't think Earl can handle 154, man.
Now, and they know Earl can't handle 154.
You don't think he gonna? You
They
don't think
know
he can do
Earl can
anything?
know.
Nah,
Earl,
this accident,
Earl will
man.
get
You gotta be
crushed in
strong.
154. He
You
better
get
fight
crushed.
Austin Trout. He better fight Austin Trout.
Yeah,
The
He better
accident
fight
played a number,
Austin
bro.
Trout.
Danny's supposed to be going to 54.
Man,
Danny.
Danny want to cash out. Danny couldn't even beat nobody at 147. How is he going to beat somebody at 154?
I don't
Facts.
see. Nah, I see Danny getting totally exposed at 54. I mean,
You see
totally.
Danny
Man,
going what?
he's going for a paycheck, man. He's okay.
He's going
He's
for
going
a
for a paycheck.
paycheck. He's
He's
not
going
going
for.
to. How is
He's
he
going
going
to
to
be a
sit there?
resume builder. He's
Hey,
going to be a
listen.
resume
Hey,
builder at a paycheck.
listen to this, man. He's telling people he's the best fighter at 154, and he wasn't even good at 147. Just
Fact.
because that shit
That's true.
don't see what we confusing is name
I think he
recognition
on that
based
yo.
off of boxing.
He on that
Just because
sniffing business, man.
that's all it is. We're confusing, and I never 147 is not a good division to me because they don't fight each other. You know what's the best division? 154, 140,
Hell's yeah, the best fight the
122.
best.
The best are
Everybody
fighting the best
defeated
there.
it. Everybody got a loss in that 154. That's how you do it. Old school.
Danny too flat footed, man. They won't eat him up there, man. Like they
He can get
do
lucky with that
everything at
nose, bro.
154.
Nah, Danny gonna be fooled, bro. Danny's gonna be
Danny,
fooled at
Yeah, he's
54.
gonna be
hey,
a
man,
resume builder. He's gonna get paid.
man,
He's
it's
gonna
the
get paid
reason.
though.
Danny spent 2 years fighting 140 pounders, and you gonna sit here and tell me he was a threat at 147?
Hell nah. Hell nah. Never been a threat at 47. Name did
You
shit
never
at
know. He
47.
probably
Y'all all
you
gifts.
probably
Y'all
you
all
never know.
gifts.
It might be better in 154. Cause probably weight drain. It's a possibility.
Bro,
Well, at
he's
least with
not
that
going to
belt.
be better because he's not going to get faster. It's not going to happen. They're going to box circles around him. Because if you think about it, everybody at 154 can box.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Everybody at
Absolutely.
154 can box, and they
You
can
have
hit
to
hard.
box. You're gonna be food if you don't
And
box.
y'all
Yeah,
know Danny gonna
exactly.
want to. You know Danny gonna want to get up
You
there and
can go
fight
from Lubin. You can go from
unknowns.
Guillermo.
Nah, he's
You
going
can
to
go to
Charlo. He want to
Mel.
get paid. He want to cash out.
Yeah, he's
Nah,
trying to cash out.
he gonna fight safe fights. He gonna go up there and
Nah,
fight
he going
safe
for the
fights.
lick.
No, he
Nah,
not.
he
He's
going for
trying
the
to
lick,
cash
y'all. He
Go
don't
up
out.
there and
care.
Nah,
fight a
he's
big
trying to
name.
cash out.
He trying to go for that lick, y'all. He going for the
Danny
lick.
trying to get 50-50 split on a pay-per-view. That's what they trying to do. They're going to
Yeah,
try
he
to
got to
get
get that
Danny a
chin up, y'all.
50-50 split with Charlo because of his name recognition. And that's why I always said the welterweight division is horrible because y'all people keep boosting up the division based off the name. But if they're not fighting, what does it matter? That's all he's living off of some shit that he did. He living off of one fight, to be honest with you, and that's the Matisse fight. One
Word up.
fight. He
Oh,
living off of one fight.
hey, one man in the chat
And
just
he coming off of gift decisions.
Bro, one man in the chat just said. One man in the chat just echoed what y'all said. Errol Spencer's not the same.
He's not, Slim. I'm
Where is
telling
y'all
you.
getting the evidence?
All right.
Y'all have
He's
I
not.
need the evidence.
He's not.
Y'all
The
can't
car
just say
accident. The car accident, man.
Nah, I'm talking before that though. But
yeah, but
no, you know what I think?
Have you guys listened?
Yo,
I was listening to Errol Spence 7-8 years ago. I mean, he had that laid back Texas drawl. He was doing an interview, and I'm saying, man, this guy's got to be drunk or something. No, bro. I saw him years later. Same accent. That's just the way he talks, man. People
nah, you know what I think, yo?
People
I think
he's
that WBC belt
bro.
is a curse, man. Because
You know,
when
you
Thurman had the
go
belt,
back and look at some of the interviews with Errol Spence.
you never the same.
Yeah.
And then,
He's not drunk. He's not punch drunk.
Yo,
no,
man,
nah, he's drunk.
yo,
I just
man.
see, yeah, he be drunk.
Yo,
Nah,
man,
You
he's
know,
drunk.
he likes his booze,
Yo,
but
man.
when he
was
goes
on
in
the wall.
training, when he goes in fighting, bro, he's in fighting
Yo,
shape.
I think Thurman took that belt to India and did some shit to that shit. Because as soon as Errol get that fucking belt, everything went downhill, man. Anybody get that belt, it's a problem. Yo, I think he should drop that shit, man. I think
Bro,
Thurman.
y'all gotta give me the results, man. I mean, if y'all want, like I say, the most criticism I can get Earl is his balance look a little different than before.
No, he had with a rapper.
It's not
That's
his
about as far as I
bro.
can
Like
go.
he's
And he's
still
drinking.
like
When he get punches and he misses punches, he
I'm not
kind
gonna
of
do it
punches
right now.
himself.
Well,
But that
let me
could
put
be
it like
that could be you know rushing and going through with everything.
all
he
I'm gonna
went through.
say is, and I'm gonna leave it at this. I never thought Earl was a threat. The only threat I ever thought that Bud had at 147 was
Thurman.
active chief. That was it. I never looked at Earl as a threat. He's not what y'all think. Earl, man, I'm telling you, bro.
I think
like,
his size. I think his size is the biggest thing that Earl really got going on. I mean, his size. I was just listening to Kenny Porter in the interview, and Kenny said that when they fought Earl, that they knew that Earl was coming in there on fight day at 175 pounds. They knew that for a fact. We knew that for a fact. He coming in on fight night at 175. That's what Kenny said at 175 pounds.
Damn, that's light heavyweight.
We knew. But that's one of the biggest. That's why beating Earl is tough because the late punches on him is one thing. That's a big dude for 147.
So you should go to 160.
So that's the reason why he can't knock nobody out is because he's draining his weight.
He's shrinking down.
He went to a fat camp.
Yeah,
he went to a fat camp.
It affects the power.
But remember, Blu-ray is the X factor, man. I'm trying to tell you, Blu-ray is the X factor, and something went wrong.
Shit.
Yo, Mademan, ever since I think Blu-ray wanted a raise, and he never gave it to him, and he did his own thing.
I just feel like we need. I got to see the performance first before I say something wrong with Earl. I think Earl. I mean, I don't know what this eye thing like. This eye, I don't know how that's going.
You know what happened? You know what happened?
I don't know.
Every time I see him, I think about the car accident. So I probably take my view. Every time I see him, I'm looking for something since the car accident.
But I need him. I need him 100% because I want him and Crawford fight that had no.
It doesn't matter.
Bro, it doesn't matter. That's over the bridge, bro. That's not. Bud not gonna get credit for beating no Earl. He's not gonna get credit.
I mean, if he don't get credit for beating Earl, that's like his biggest rap. That's the number.
He's not gonna get credit for it. He's not gonna get credit for it, man.
Nah, they gotta give him credit for that.
Nah, they
know what?
Credit.
Yo, he has to
wait after you see
he get credit for Boost Ennis.
Hey,
he get credit for Boost Ennis. He get credit for Boost Ennis, car. Ain't nothing I'm to Boost Ennis.
Man, he getting credit for Earl.
Nah,
Earl. He get credit for Earl. That's like the whole debate for the last 5 years, like 3 years. He gonna get credit for Earl.
Blu-ray is his lucky charm, man. He shouldn't get rid of the lucky charm.
Blu-ray
is the X factor.
Bro, but the Blu-ray might can give him power and conditioning, but Blu-ray can't do nothing about an eye situation or if that go left or.
But remember, Blu-ray is an extreme trainer. Remember, Blu-ray is an extreme trainer. So the car accident plus him, I think his eye failed on it. I think Blu-ray is an extreme trainer. He's no joke. Let Blu-ray train me. I can fight the motherfuckers right tomorrow.
So y'all don't think so? So we don't think so. So none of us think that Shawn Porter got no kind of chance in this fight tonight. I mean, it's tough for me to see.
Yes. You know why he has a chance with a headbutt and low blow and a punch not coming. And if Earl stay, remember, if Spence, if my man stay in the rope too much, he cannot stay in the rope with Shawn Porter. Stay in the middle of the ring and jab all night and wait for the up and wait for the
middle of the ring. That's good shit. That's good shit.
Center the ring, jab, use your height. Don't be on the ropes. You're gonna give Porter a chance.
Well, and like I said earlier, the inactivity. We don't know if any of the fighters are going to be off a step. If it's going to take them 4 or 5 rounds to get back into the groove, man. I mean, this is really a pick 'em fight. And if Shawn Porter wins, bro, that's not going to be a fucking.
This ain't no pick 'em fight.
I'm simply talking about from the fans' perspective now with looking at the layoff and just looking at the because there's a lot of splits in the outcome of this fight. You go online and you hear a lot of people and you can't knock somebody's pick, bro. That's the way they see it. And professional boxing. Look what we saw. Look at Kiko Martinez. He knocked out Kid Galahad. Who was expecting that, bro? I mean, who was expecting to Belanga to get beat? This is professional boxing, man, and we're talking about 2 high caliber fighters. Anything can happen. Don't count out Shawn Porter, man. That's a live dog in there.
Professional fight any given Saturday, man.
So how about you, Ron?
I want to active Keith. That's what I'm looking for.
Hey, we just added my homie, man, Knockout Boxing 86 TV to the panel,
Big
man.
up Knockout Boxing.
What's up, Knockout
my brother
Boxing,
Knockout.
Man. Yes, sir,
man. What's happening? What's up, everybody? How y'all doing?
What up? Peace and blessings,
man. Chilling,
hey, man, I'm probably about to ruffle some feathers, but y'all know I got Porter by unanimous decision, right?
Oh, you smoking crack tonight.
Hey, man, you
bro.
Where do you think that Porter is going to have, I guess, the most success at in tonight's fight, Knockout?
On the ropes.
I think this fight is a 70-30, 80-20 fight in favor of Terence Bud Crawford at mid-range and long range. I think it's a 60-40 fight in favor of Shawn Porter in close, if he's able to get in close. So to me, this fight gonna come down. It's gonna come down to the distance. If Terence Bud Crawford can keep Shawn Porter at a distance with his great reach and his great creativity that he have on offense, then he should box himself to an easy victory or end up stopping Shawn Porter. But if Shawn Porter can get inside, bro, and he can break through that reach, then I believe he has the advantage, and I think he's gonna be able to do that. That's why I'm picking him to win. And the reason I think he's gonna be able to do that is twofold. Number one, when you look at the level of competition, I believe that the fighters that Shawn Porter has fought, they can prepare you for Terence Bud Crawford. I don't believe that Jose Benavidez and the other fighters that Terence Bud Crawford have fought can prepare you for Shawn Porter. That's one point. The other point, Bud Crawford is a dog, an absolute dog, and he want to go get at you. And so as a result, sometimes he does give up his advantages. Sometimes he's like, man, screw this boxing shit. I'm about to try to stop your ass. I'm about to try to make a point. You're gonna have Earl Spence Jr. in the stands. You think Bud don't want to outdo him? You think Bud don't want to outshine him? If you think that, I think you crazy, because I think he's gonna try to outshine Earl Spence. And to me, that's where the mistake is, because by trying to do that, he gonna be like, man, I'm finna go in here and do some shit you couldn't do. Screw this boxing shit. Let's get it popping. And I think that's gonna play into Shawn Porter's advantage. If Terence Bud Crawford win, though, anybody that know me know I ain't no hater. Shit, I'm gonna come on here and I'm be like, shit, he did that shit. Congratulations. I want to see you fight Earl Spence next. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, we all winning as boxing fans. Shit, I can't wait to watch the fight tonight. But I just got Porter, bro.
They better fight each other.
I'm completely the opposite. I just never seen nothing special with Shawn Porter. I don't know why y'all think he's a good special fighter. But I don't know.
I mean, I don't think he's special, bro. I think he's very good, but very good combined with great experience versus very talented, not being tested like that just yet. I got to go with experience until he showed me. And I believe Bud Crawford got the skills to show me. Don't get it twisted. But I don't think that he has done it against the level of competition.
Our next factor too is that Porter's father know a lot about Bud. He know about Bud a lot behind the scenes.
And that's another thing. That's another thing I don't think people are talking enough about too, is who y'all really think got the advantage in the corner, because Bomac gets all this credit for being a great trainer, but you got Mo Hooker came up short in his biggest fights. Jamel Herring, we just saw what Shakur Stevenson did to him. So if this fight gets down and dirty and some adjustments are needed, that's gonna have to come from Bud Crawford and his ring IQ himself. He don't have a corner that Shawn Porter got with Kenny Porter and Barry Hunter to help make adjustments.
I'm talking about behind the scenes.
I personally spoke. No, that's not what happened. I personally spoke to Mighty Mo about those fights, and he said it had nothing to do with Bomac. So This is from Mighty Mo mouth. Mighty Mo told me personally last night that he didn't listen to Bomac. He wanted to start fighting. That's the reason.
So he didn't listen to him against
He
Ramirez
didn't
and
listen.
Virgil
He
Ortiz
didn't listen to him. He was like,
in both
man, that
fights.
street shit become. He told me straight up and down. He's like, man, that street shit be coming out of me, man. I just be wanting to bow. And he told me some other shit about the business part of it. Yeah, go ahead.
Let me ask you this: if I'm a coach and I can't get my athlete to listen to me, is that the athlete fault or is that the coach fault?
The coach
is that
fault.
the athlete or the coach? But it happens.
Yeah, but if I'm a coach, if I'm supposed to be a coach, what happens if I can't reach my athletes? I get fired, right?
Hey,
that's on the leader, bro. That's on the coach.
But whether it is whatever you want to call it, you said it was something, and I'm told you what the boxer told me personally. So you can add what you want to say, but this is what the boxer told me because you said it was Bomac's fault. But that man said he wasn't quite listening to Bomac because Bomac wanted him to fight a certain way, and he said he got hit and he started to fight a different way. That's what that man told me. So whatever way you want to curve, you can put that on. It sounds like a motherfucker that didn't run the play. It sounds like somebody who didn't run a play.
Who does that sound like that if they get
Bomac
hit, they
cannot do anything if he calls an audible in the middle of a fight, Slim. He can't do anything about that.
I feel you. But what I'm asking you is who else has that type of propensity to where if they get hit, they won't fight? Who that sound like?
Oh, but Bud is different. Bud different.
Hey,
so if you got two fighters in your camp, my bad, man, do your thing. It's your show, my bad, bro.
No, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, bro, if you got two fighters that are doing the same exact thing, how is that not on the trainer? So you got two fighters that just want to fight when they get hit, and that's still
no.
Like,
well, see, but look, what I'm telling you is, you can. I'm just telling you what that man told me that it had nothing to do with Bomac. You saying it had something to do with Bomac because they not listening, and if you want to carry it that way, that's cool. It's all good. But like I said, I got to stop it. I don't see anything special about Porter. So, it's going to be what it's going to be. I don't see nothing special about a career welterweight. I don't know why y'all glorify career welterweights. I don't get it. They need to be at Shawn Porter needs to be at 160 right now. If you ask me,
let me get in real quick, boy.
Yeah, go ahead.
Get in real quick. I just want. Okay, I listened to Knockout's breakdown, and so you sound from what it sound like. You betting on the experience of Shawn Porter. That sound like the biggest thing that you betting on with Shawn, like his experience going to get him through these moments, and Crawford hasn't had the experience to get through these type of moments.
And that's not true though.
To answer your question, man, that's pretty. It comes down to that for me, and then also not only experience. I just believe Bud Crawford is gonna give up his advantages too, whether willingly or whether Shawn forced him to. Bud Crawford gonna want to turn this shit into a fight. He ain't gonna use his reach like he probably could to make the fight easy. I think it's gonna be a dog fight, and I'm picking Porter in the dog fight. But yes, that's pretty much
but hold on. But about Porter's experience now, if just the other side of that, would you look at it as Porter been through a lot of tough fights himself, a lot of wars, and could that have taken more of a toll on him? If you don't see Crawford, if you see him just blazing through all of his opposition, no wear and tear, not as much big punches taken. You think that could, because these are older fighters, these are not young spring chickens. You think that can come back and haunt Porter because he's been through all of that, as opposed to Terence Crawford?
I think there's a chance of that, but I also think that in the age of boxing that we in, unfortunately, these fighters fighting once and two times a year. So being 34 today for both of these fighters really ain't as old as it was like being 34 when you Sugar Ray Leonard or when you Marvin Hagler and shit like that. So because these fighters don't fight enough. So I'm not worried about that. I think Porter has given me enough throughout the time to where I'm going to have to see him kind of. Remember when we were talking about Deontay Wilder's right hand not working and we would have to see it not work before we believe it wouldn't work? It's kind of the same thing with Porter and him breaking down, bro. Until he show me that he not durable, until he show me that he can't take a shot, I'm going to always believe that he can until he can't, if that makes sense.
So you don't think the Formella setup, like giving him a touch like Formella, because it's easy to shine against Formella and not get that type of resistance. You don't think that was after the Ugas fight, what we seen in that fight, and that was, like I say, Ugas lost the fight, but fans.
Ugas won that fight, but I think
Ugas looked like a stronger fighter. Right, he looked like the stronger fighter. He looked like the harder puncher. And right after that fight, Porter, that was the last time we really seen Porter.
When has Shawn ever won a big fight?
Oh damn,
so that's
right.
That's why I'm saying. But that's I mean. So do you think
that Danny Garcia probably the only one?
Had far as all of those tough fights he been through, from Keith Thurman to Danny, you don't think that could take a toll at any given moment, especially going against the Crawford, who you say he's been?
Shit, I think it can. I think it can. Shit, I ain't.
No,
I just think I have to see it. I think that
Ugas took something out of Porter, man. Ugas took something out of him.
But he lost that fight. He had a great performance against Earl Spence after that, though. So
did you guys see the corner? Did you guys see Kenny Porter in the corner with Shawn Formula? He said with Formula, he said to Shawn, he said, put this kid away, let's go home. And he didn't put him away, man. It went to decisions. So does Shawn Porter have the power to hurt Bud Crawford?
We're really in Shawn Porter. Like, are we still going by 2014, 2016, 17 Porter?
Gotta be.
Because they gave us Formella. We couldn't. I mean, I thought that was a little. I mean, I get it. He deserved a soft touch. He just came off, the loss.
But he couldn't put him away.
Man, for him to beat Bud tonight, he has to give him no respect and just brawl the hell out of his ass from the beginning. Bum rush him from the beginning. But
what if he run into something? What if he
low blow, headbutt, a nasty fight like Holyfield? Yes, a fight like Holyfield.
What if he run into something? What if he run into something? You don't think he run into high risk?
Listen, he has to attack Bud like he disrespect his freaking mother. Don't respect him. Low blow, headbutt, and hugging all night. Yo, he has to do the same.
I think he gonna run into something. I think that's where the fight is gonna be. That's where it's gonna tell us. If he run into that shit and it don't hurt him and he can keep going, we gotta.
That's gonna be the decision of the fight right there.
Yeah, that's gonna be the decision of the fight. If
he can back Shawn Porter up.
No, the problem is that the way Kell Brooks fight him the same way Kell Brooks fought him. The same way Kell Brooks fought him.
I think he should fight him like Danny fought him. I think he should fight him. Y'all gotta remember, Danny pushed Porter back the whole damn near fight, and he wasn't letting his hands go enough. But Porter was exploding on him with combinations. But Danny was coming forward, he was getting some hard shots in on Porter, man.
Yo, Mainman, the way Madonna fought Mayweather, that's what he has to do to him. For Porter to win, he has to fight him like Madonna fight Mayweather. Don't respect him. Dog fight from the beginning. I don't care if he get knocked out. He has to scare him.
Let me get my brother D-Lo 44 boxing in here, man. D-Lo, what's up, D-Lo?
D-Lo, what's up, yo? Ski you, D-Lo.
Hey, y'all.
Oh, chilling, man. What's up? You ready for the night, D-Lo?
Yeah, man. Hey, how my audio coming through, man? I'm on this Bluetooth in my truck.
I'm getting a lot of feedback, bro. Let me
change that.
Shit, y'all want to take a walk over to the Michelob Arena, see what it look? Let me see who walking through there.
Through the Michelob?
Yeah, I'm about to walk that way before I go to my room and change and shit. I ain't even got my clothes on. I've been I've been gambling all this morning. We're gonna go past the Michelob and see what it look like.
You gonna catch the prelim? You gonna catch the prelim card too, bro?
Yeah, I always look at the prelims. That's what I always do. I go straight in and look at everybody, man. Like that's how I roll.
That's it.
That's how I was like I said. I was looking at Earl on Golden Boy prelims. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the Charlos on prelims. That's
the best fighter. Sometimes that's the best.
All the youngins be on there. Shakur was on all the prelims. That's how I became a huge Shakur fan.
Yo, that's all them fights are. Sometimes they're better than the main event.
Yeah, them shits be all right. I like. I mean, they be quiet. You get to see shit. So I'm used to going. Like I said, I go early. I'm a boxing fan. I don't really go just for the main and the co-main. I don't do that shit.
Word up.
I go for the whole shit.
Shit, not tonight though. The undercard ain't gonna outdo the main event tonight. That shit gonna be.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying,
I was just talking
in general.
To the other brother.
Yeah.
Hey, is Earl gonna be ringside, right? He's still coming to the fight.
He better be.
Otherwise, right?
He better be.
Earl gonna be bedside.
I'm trying to figure out. Is he gonna bring a contract? Is they gonna bring a contract? Because if Tom Brown there, they should have a contract already ready. What's the problem?
Sign that shit in the ring after the fight, right?
So Ron Boy, no Earl sightings out there yet, huh? No Earl sightings.
Nah.
Shit, Demetrius Andrade should be at ringside. The easy work he had last night, bro.
Oh shit, I'm tripping.
Early show in the Lamborghini. He's driving to the event.
What you say about Demetrius Andrade, Bruce?
I'm saying, bro, my homeboy should be at ringside after the easy night that he had last night, man.
enjoying the night in Vegas.
Easy
work, yeah, bro. You know, let the public know he's out and about and he's ready for some action, man. You know.
I ain't gonna name who it was, but I was listening to somebody's show yesterday and they had quickly beating Andrade. I was like, boy, you gotta be out.
Oh no, get out of here.
Anybody
get out of here.
Like, bro, you gotta be you gotta be out of man.
Bro, I knew people who knew Quigley in Ireland, and they just said, you know, tough kid, but hey, man, he knows what he's getting into, you know. And we left it at that. But they knew he didn't have a chance, and they weren't even bummed out last night that he caught the beat down that he did, man. It is what it is.
You got a funny name.
It's crazy. Some people's trainer thought they were like, well, Liam Williams gave him trouble. I'm like, Liam Williams is a fucking bruiser and he goes forward and he's tough. Quigley tries to box with you. He's gonna try to box with Andrade and get his damn head knocked off.
Hey man, where's Andrade gonna go from here, man? Where's he going from here?
Bro, he can't.
He just has to stay busy, bro.
Bro, you can't get these fighters to fight, man.
I think he should go to 168, bro.
Well, I mean, last night he was begging Eddie Hearns and the matchmaker to get him fights, man. You know, he just has to stay busy. He's 33 years old. He can't take a year off, man. I mean, he looked prime last night. He's just got to keep fighting, man. Whoever they put in front of him, because you know it's like nature thins out the herd.
You have to be like Shannon Brick, man.
And the weak ones drop by the wayside.
Show up to their house. Show up to the restaurant.
Well, yeah, man, you know that's what Ali did with Sonny Liston. He took the bus right to his house with the loudspeaker.
You got to show up to the baby shower. Go to the church.
But the least he can do is be at ringside in Vegas the weekend of a big fight, man. Get on a plane, man. You know, you're a high flyer. You're just coming off a win, man. You must be on that pink cloud right now, Demetrius. And you know, you pleased everybody in New Hampshire and Rhode Island last night, man. Go to Vegas and get your face known to the boxing world once again. Because you are a
threat. He need to pull up on people. I agree with that. He needs to pull up on people, and we need to trade. I'm from Texas. We need to trade Charlo back to Louisiana because I don't know what's going on. But Andre, man, right now, bro.
Andre, man.
And the thing is, man,
they just took Mungia off the table for him. Like Mungia ain't even on the table, and they just gave him the mandatory in the WBC. No, I take that back. Yeah, he got to fight Deryevchenko. They ordered him to fight Deryevchenko.
Jaime is one of the most protected boxers in the sport, bro. I'm telling you, son, he's too protected.
Yeah. He's an endangered species, man.
He's too protected.
Endangered species. He's motherfucking endangered.
They wanted
because they know when the right one.
He wanted Golovkin.
When the right one get a hold of him, Munguia, man, they know what's gonna happen to him. That defense too damn leaky, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The defense too damn leaky, and they always talk about his power. But I just watched Gabe Rosado, who got knocked out multiple times, go the distance with him. So
hey man, I'm famous enough to get a troll in your chat room here, bro.
Really though.
You don't mind if I blast them out of existence, do you, bro?
Absolutely. Do what you do, Bruce. You already know. Say less.
I'm on it, bro. But I'm
I ain't even
I'm not gonna say it. I'm gonna keep this show PG rated. All right.
There you go. Hey, say what you got. Hey, at the end of the day, hey, do what you gotta do, bro.
Hey, man, I'm on it. But thank you, fuck you, and goodbye.
There you go. With that. There it is. Yeah, man. But hey, Andre though, bro, I just don't know where he go, man. It's hard to even see what's his next fight gonna be. Oh, no Golovkin, no Canelo, no nothing, no Mungia, no Charlo, nothing. There's nothing.
Let me throw this at
that's Eddie Earn problem, man.
Even if he moved up, there's nothing. Billy Joe Saunders still ain't
Eddie Earn. Eddie Earn, man. It's Eddie Earn.
Let me throw this at y'all, because this is what I was saying he should do. And people tell me, well, he ain't guaranteed no shot. But I'm for him, like, either showing blatantly that he getting ducked or forcing somebody to fight him. So what I would do, like, bro, you ain't getting the fights at 160. You the WBO champion at 160. Tell them you dropping your belt and move up and become the mandatory at 168 and call Canelo bluff. Make him have to drop that belt to show he really ducking you, bro. Make him have to either drop that belt or fight you, bro. Because he could do that shit. He can petition the WBO and be like, look, I'm dropping my belt. I want to be the mandatory for the 168-pound championship. That's how Crawford was able to skip the line and get the Jeff Horn fight, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, he was undisputed.
That's what I think he should do. No,
but
you don't have to be undisputed.
But Boo Boo said,
as a WBO champion, you can do that shit.
Oh, okay, I thought it was undisputed. That's what.
No, you got to be a WBO super champion. They have a category literally called WBO super, but it's like a certain criteria you fulfill as the champion. You know what I'm saying? Like certain title defenses or something like that.
We brought that up.
If you unify for sure, if you unify with the WBO, they consider you that. And it is
I didn't know that. My bad.
But shit, he's been the WBO champion since 154, so he should be like, he should do something, bro. He should be doing something like,
he should go to cruiserweight. Fuck it.
Cause let's just keep it a book. We can say he want all the smoke and all that shit, but fighting Piggly, Wiggly, Quigley, Liam, Keeler,
yes, bro.
That ain't gonna work, bro.
You gotta show up at the restaurant, start eating their food, literally. You got to do that shit, man.
Nah, he need to go to PBC is what he need to do. I hate to say it like that, but anytime you over there with the Zone and Eddie, the reason I say that is because I know it's easy to say because he over there with all the smoke, but they not fighting, bro. He been over there for how long? He ain't got not one of them, bro. He ain't got not one of them all of these years. Nah, that means it's time to unless Andre just cool with being Andre and making checks and fighting easy work. That could be it.
Yeah, I mean, Andre definitely getting paid. He's definitely getting paid, but
facts.
But you know what Andre said about moving up to 168? He said that the champion gotta approve for him to be the mandatory.
That's facts. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see something like that at play. I mean,
so that's how. So basically, if he petitions, right? So if he becomes a super and he petitions to be the mandatory for Canelo, Canelo has to approve to fight him as the mandatory.
That's just crazy shit, bro. You know, because
that's what Andrade. That's what
you guys know. I go back, bro. I mean, back in the day, Larry Holmes was never unified. He was never undisputed. He used to give belts away, but yet there was that 5-6 year period where you ask anybody who was the heavyweight champion of the world, bro, they're gonna say Larry Holmes, bro. And you know the problem is the fighters are relying too much on these belts from these alphabet organizations. They're passed down from father to son, the president to, it's ridiculous. They're mandating rules, they're mandating contenders, they're manipulating ratings, and we're buying all that shit, man. You know, I don't know what the answer is, but I think
Eddie Earn is a problem. No, yes, sir.
The fighters, bro.
Eddie Earn, man. Eddie Earn is a problem.
There were all problems back in the day. Don King was a problem. Cedric Christian was a problem. Bob Arum, everybody. That's the business of boxing. The fighters have to fucking start advocating for themselves. Like I said, Demetrius Andrade, get on that plane, get in Vegas.
Wait a minute, hold up. Is it Eddie Hearn's fault that he trying to give a boxer his biggest payday and they can't accept it because they got ties to it? Exactly. That's what I'm trying to figure. Y'all act like Eddie Hearn is not giving these boxers their biggest payday. Ain't nobody else was going to pay Haney what they paying Haney. Wasn't nobody else going to pay Boo Boo what they was paying him. Nobody was paying Farmer.
And I can't stand Eddie Hearn more than the next people for all the lies and shit. But I don't see none of these other promoters getting up and doing what he did for Devin Haney and backing the fighter into a corner.
That's
and basically forcing him to fight him, bro.
Yeah,
nobody doing that shit, bro. Like, he be lying and shit and all that shit. But at the end of the day, bro,
he's an old
promoter his fighters, bro.
That's fact.
I mean, like I said, I spoke to Mo last night.
He the only promoter that respect Devin's business, like being a promoter, his own self-promoter, his own promoter, co-promoter, or whatever. He respected Devin's business, and you got to get
definitely.
And like I told y'all, I was speaking to Mighty Mo last night. He said, "Man, Eddie is cool as shit." He was like, "He give you the bag, and he know how to set the shit up where it's supposed to be." He cannot. The problem is they don't want Eddie in, dog. That's just what it is. They don't want him in. They don't want him in.
Yeah, and his fighters keep getting upset. Yeah, his fighters keep getting upset.
They don't want him in.
Fights for them, bro.
Hey, let me ask you.
Yeah. Eddie making some tough fights. He make tough fights.
He ain't letting them cherry pick all that shit.
He not in the church. And see, and in the Ellaby, And then you saw how the Ellaby interview went. See, Eddie don't know how to run a business. Basically, what Ellaby was saying is Eddie need to cherry pick fights, make these easy fights, blah blah blah. That's not how Eddie roll. Like I noticed that, like matchroom fights be real competitive, whether you want to believe it or not. Them shits be competitive. Besides the main event, of
Hell
course, like
yeah.
a Andrade, because of the way it is, you know.
Hey, let
Shit,
me kind
he
of.
had one of his star people. Oh, go ahead, my man. My
But
bad, my
nah,
bad.
I'm
You got
gonna get off for. I have to roll because I'm about to go to the hotel and get ready, and I'll
All
check
right,
y'all later. I'm
for
gonna
sure,
hit you inside the joint probably if I get some signal.
for sure, man. Enjoy yourself,
All right.
Ron,
All
bro.
right,
Enjoy
yeah,
Enjoy the
yourself.
fight,
absolutely. I'll
man.
check y'all later.
All right.
Peace.
All
it.
right, absolutely.
Hey,
Peace, bro.
let me. I was just gonna ask the panel, man. Quick word about this Canelo situation, man. Anybody? How do y'all feel about Canelo doing this cruiserweight move, man?
Now let him go. You know what
Man,
happened?
it's
Let
the
him do it.
seven.
No, no, no.
You go
You
ahead.
gotta
You
give
go
him.
ahead, because I got a lot to say. You go
Yo,
ahead,
let
bro.
him go. Listen,
I do too,
man,
man.
big man. You know what you do? Let Canelo have a rope to hang himself. Let him go ahead and do what you want to do. He's gonna get caught. Something gonna happen one day. Nobody beats Father Time. He keep on going up and down. He's gonna get the Roy Jones effect. That's what's gonna happen to him. Let him go. Let him do what he want to do. Let him go to Africa and cherry pick, do all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
he's gonna hang himself. Let him do it, man. It's fine. Leave him alone. I think they should ignore him
So
and
you
build.
think Alunga gonna beat him? You think Alunga mess around gonna beat him?
No, somebody gonna mess around and beat him. He's gonna cherry pick and he's gonna pick a lime. He's gonna pick the wrong cherry pick, man.
Yeah,
He's okay.
$100
Let
million
him hang
later.
himself. He has
$100
a
million later, right?
it's a certain
Yeah, he
it
already
doesn't
done
matter.
built the goddamn
No,
empire.
it doesn't
Exactly,
matter.
exactly,
Listen,
exactly.
you give a man a rope
Uh,
to hang
hundred
himself a long
million dollars
time.
later.
It's okay though, but guess what happened? Cherry pick gonna run out, man. Father time, man. Nobody Father time.
We say
Let me
y'all.
say this, bro. Because people act like two things can't be true. So let me start by saying yes, bro. Bivol and Better BF, they should fight each other. Andrade and Charlo should fight each other. Charlo should fight
Exactly.
David Benavidez, et cetera, et cetera. Let me start by saying that before I even go off on Canelo. Here's the thing, here's the issue. Him and his fans act like they don't understand where the criticism is coming from. It's coming from because there are literally 7 or 8 fights off the top of my head that are better fights, that would generate more revenue, that would do even more for your legacy. They'll hit you with that 5-division champion excuse, but you know who
Mm-hmm.
else will make you a 5-division champion? Breedis will make you a 5-division champion, and you'll get much
Mm.
more credit because his only loss is to Alexander Usyk, who was the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and the current unified heavyweight champion. So you get much more credit for beating him, and you make much more history. How about Lawrence Okoli out of the
Mm-hmm.
UK? UK, you say what you want about the UKI, the UK chin, whatever, but they fans show up and they show out. That's a much bigger
Mm-hmm.
fight. And you get much more credit for him for beating a former Olympian than Laguna Beach Macadamia Nut, who the casual boxing fan don't know who he is. And ain't nobody never heard of this dude, Laguna Beach, bro. Don't nobody know who he is. So it ain't
Laguna.
hating on Canelo Alvarez, bro. Ain't nobody hating on him. You fighting a fighter, let's just keep it a book. Got knocked out in his first professional fight and got knocked out by Tony Bellew, bro. He's slow, he's big, he's
Cherry pick,
strong.
man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's where the criticism is coming
He's
from.
picking that.
And before anybody say that I'm a hater or some shit, you can go check the content. I'm the same person that criticized Tank Davis for his opponents too. So it ain't got nothing to do with race. It ain't got nothing to do with color, bro. This is a
Yeah,
weak
cherry
ass
pick,
fight.
man.
It's a
He's
trash
picking
ass
that.
fight, bro. And
I
there's
ain't
7
watching
or
that
8
shit. I'm not
opponents that
ordering
we
that
can
shit,
all
man.
name that are better for him, bro. That are a better fight that does more for his legacy. So I'm not
Floyd
trying to
teaching
hear
the
that
best,
shit. It's a
man.
bad fight, bro.
He
And that's
learned
all
from
I got
Floyd,
to
man.
say on it, bro. It's
He learned from
trash,
the
bro.
master cherry picker. He went
What
to
you say?
cherry picking college.
What you say on that, Bruce?
Get in on that.
Okay, man. Now, see, you guys are going to think I'm nuts. I mean, most people do anyway. But I'm looking at this as a production, man. You know what I can see here? I can see the Rumble in the Jungle 50 years later, man.
Mm.
Don King is involved. I mean, you know, they're doing this in Zaire. They're talking about the Congo, formerly Zaire, man. I mean, this was a historical event, and I can just see this because I mean, it's the fight itself is you've got Canelo. I mean, this is going to be Muhammad Ali, and he's going to the jungle. He's going to be fighting this big cruiserweight who's knocking everybody out. I mean, regardless of who he is, it's not going to matter because I see it as a documentary that's going to be put together, and it's a shit show. I mean, look at it for what it is. People are thinking this and that, and he should be fighting. The different cruiserweight champions, or come down and fight, but Better Beef and Bivo. But man, I think this is almost like his honeymoon. He's getting a break. He's going to make a lot of money. That I think they're putting together the Rumble in the Jungle Part 2 featuring Canelo Alvarez. And bro, I mean, that's how I see this thing going on, man. Maybe I'm wrong, but hey, man, I've been right once or twice, you know.
So you looking at it from a dare to be great standpoint, like Canelo is doing something and daring himself to be great. You looking at the silver lining like that. You don't care about the fact that he ain't fighting that he not fighting the rest of the other. You just more so worried saying it's a great feat from Canelo, like he daring to be great.
Yeah. For the next 6 months, that's what they're going to key on. It's going to be he's daring to be great.
Man.
You know,
they crazy as hell for that. Because let me tell you this: Rumble in the Jungle. I thought that was like Foreman and Ali. I don't. Which one is McAboo, bro? Which one is the macadamia?
Well, you know, Foreman was
Canelo.
a big dark destroyer.
Yeah, I
and
think
that's what they're going to portray McAboo as.
He's going to retire after this, man. I think that's the last fight.
Who the fuck is McAboo?
No, he ain't retiring, bro.
Exactly. But he's just a bit player. He's lucky that he has hardware, and Canelo probably evaluated every cruiserweight champion, and he, you know, they saw this as a money grab, man. I mean, that's all I think
this
it is,
is like, man. Here's a perfect example, man. This is just like when LeBron James be at the end of a blowout, his team up 20, and he see that they can't lose the game. He finna go shoot every shot. He finna go try to grab every rebound because he's padding stats. That's all this shit is, bro. This is a stat padding move.
Exactly.
This is like shit. I'm already up in the game of boxing. I just got undisputed. Shit, all the history books gonna say I'm a 5-division champion. Let me run up here and grab this shit right quick. Let me run up here and grab this shit, pad my stats. And
don't forget it. Africa,
I'm chasing
and that's all they're gonna remember. That's all they're gonna remember, man. If you're not in today's moment,
man.
Yo, Mainman,
me and you will remember because we really love boxing and study this shit. But the average person just gonna be like, "Oh shit, 5-division champion." They ain't gonna have no idea who he could have fought or who he should have been.
Yo, Mainman, do they have anything in Africa about PED use in Africa? You never know. Do you have anything over there?
I don't know. I'm not sure what the rules. I'm sure. I would think the WBC rules though will follow all the way over there the same way. It's still a sanctioning body. They still got WBC clean boxer program. That's
WBC got Canelo covered.
He's going to eat that super meat over there.
Hey, let me get D-Lo in here. D-Lo, what's up, bro? You back?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I wanted to get on so bad I parked.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm in my truck, man. This guy out in background noise.
Get it out, and we'll be quiet and let you cook.
Let D-Lo cook, man.
Right
hey, cook if you can cook on all said, bro. You know what I'm saying? From Crawford to the Canelo situation, bro.
All right, let me try to work my way back because I'm gonna start out with Canelo. I've said many times, and you know what I'm saying, it still holds true. In my opinion, you know, Canelo and even Tank to an extent, you know, I think they're trying to use get Tank to follow that same playbook. It's trying to cheat history, you know, and Tank is, to me, I say Tank, but both guys are a lot better than that, you know what I'm saying? But I especially think Tank is better than that because he's on his way up, and he shouldn't be being maneuvered in such a way, but I'll keep it to Canelo. You know, when it pertains to the criticism and, you know, people not feeling like they can't understand or they don't want to understand why people, you know, have criticisms of him. You know, I look at it, you know, like the same way I did Manny Pacquiao. When Pacquiao was going through all those weight classes, Pacquiao didn't always fight the best champion or the second best champion. Sometimes Pacquiao just fought a guy to get a belt. And a prime example would be David Diaz. David Diaz was clearly the weakest champion in the division when Pacquiao went up there and got that belt. He beat David Diaz and he moved right on out of the division. So with Canelo, we saw what he did with Rocky Fielding, picked up that fake belt at 168, the regular title. He already had the 160, I think it was the franchise at the time. It may have been the real WBC. Well, either way, he had won the WBC championship at 160. And then he moved up and fought the weakest champion in Kovalev. We know what Kovalev had been through, you know, before that. We know the quick turnaround and all that. Then they come out and they masquerade this as him matching the feat of Henry Armstrong being champion in 3 divisions at one time. In Henry Armstrong's day, he was the only champion in those divisions. So to make that equal, Canelo would have had to been undisputed in all 3 divisions at one time. But moreover, he wasn't even a real champion at 168. Callum Smith was the 168 champion. So that was just a way to cheat history, because when you look back, like somebody just said, you know, generations from now, we won't be around to tell these stories, or we may be on up in age or whatever. But just say 50 years from now, 70 years from now, if the world's still here, they're looking back through the history books and they hear about this guy went through all these divisions, conquered all these people and all these feats. They're not gonna know the logistics of it and how he maneuvered around certain fighters, who he didn't fight, and all that stuff. There's gonna be a footnote that's forgotten.
Yeah, if you're not living in the moment, if you're not in the moment where, like, if you're not today in it, you won't know it. You know what I'm saying?
And that's why I feel so compelled to talk about it. And when you look at 168, the man had a chance to be undisputed at 160. He basically decided Demetrius Andrade wasn't worth the risk, left the division. Then at 168, you already had Zerto calling the man out. You know what I'm saying? Who was the WBO champion. Zerto had been calling him out for years. He was ignoring him. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying Zerto beat him or don't beat him. That's irrelevant. He ignored the guy. Then the same thing with David Benavidez. But then as soon as, David Benavidez loses his title on the scale, Zerto moves out of the division. Billy Joe Saunders goes up there and picks up Zerto's belt. Benavidez's belt is vacant, and Callum Smith got beat by John Ryder and got a gift decision. That man, I call that a perfect storm. All of those things fell into place. Canelo couldn't get to 168 fast enough. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else he thought about he wanted to do, all of a sudden it was a full court press on. Let me go to 168 and get all these titles that I can win pretty easy. And I'll say the last guy who might actually have something for me, let me say him for last. You know what I'm saying? I just don't respect that, man. It's there's a lot wrong with, what he did. And I get, that he became undisputed and he beat the guys who were there at the time. I don't like the fact that they let him fight for a WBC title without having to beat anybody. And, he was running to that Yildirim, trying to beg to fight Yildirim, and sued everybody and their brother so he could try to fight Yildirim. But he was running away from other mandatories. And Canelo done been stripped like 3 times for refusing to fight mandatories. You know what I'm saying? And he stayed in the division. So I just don't understand all this praise that a lot of people giving for these so-called accomplishments. But then you got this man running around here getting stripped when he got a tough mandatory, but he goes running toward a weak mandatory and wants to sue everybody.
Facts.
I'm gonna leave that alone on Canelo. I want to give I ain't got much time. I want to give Bud and Tank. I mean, not Bud and Tank.
Hold on, before you do, D-Lo, let me say,
yeah, man.
Let me ask you this. By Canelo becoming undisputed at 168, but just in your view, do you still, even though he became undisputed, do you still see him as beating the best fighter at the class?
No, I don't. I think arguably before Canelo, if you exclude Canelo, the conversation always was, after Zerto left, the conversation was Caleb Plant or David Benavidez. A lot of people assume that Callum Smith couldn't beat either one of those guys. Now, I'll be honest, just giving y'all full disclosure, because I say that's how I am. I actually thought Callum Smith was the best fighter in the division until that John Ryder fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't think much of Benavidez, because I kind of was, in my feelings about his disrespect of the sport. And I used to, I saw what I saw in Plant versus Uzcategui. So I kind of felt like if it came down to it, him and Callum Smith, I felt like Callum Smith probably would beat him. But then when I saw what John Ryder did to Callum Smith, I was like, man, I really was overrating this guy. This guy really ain't that good. And when he didn't want to run it back, when they didn't run it back and clean it up, I really lost respect for him. And that's the thing about Canelo, man. Canelo had a lot of really close fights against the best guys he fought. He never ran nothing back against anybody except for Golovkin. And that's because it was a draw. So I just can't really respect that guy, man. I want to say one more thing about this undisputed thing. I've heard it stated, from people, Canelo done been undisputed, and I kind of was guilty of it too initially, but I thought about that, like, man, that don't make sense. That he done cleaned out of the division, he should be able to do what he want to do, and this, that, and the other. But then I thought about it, man. You know who else cleaned out of the division and moved up a division and get all kind of criticism?
Who?
Terence Crawford.
Yeah.
Same.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, why is it that? I mean, because I can't say that the guy Canelo beat at 168 was just world beaters.
A fact.
You know, so I mean, why is there a double standard there? I mean, and I'm not saying I don't want Terence Crawford fighting until fights. I do, but it just blows my mind that it's like, well, Canelo done cleaned out the division. He can do whatever he want to do.
You know
like,
what?
why?
Let me ask y'all this, man, because this is my thing with David Benavidez. Because I hear the criticisms like with David Benavidez, people may say, well, he doesn't deserve the shot against Canelo. I see a lot of Canelo fans, oh, he don't deserve it. What has David done? This, that, and the third. Here's my argument to that. And I mentioned this the other night on the live stream. I say anything that you charge David Benavidez with, you damn sure got to charge Canelo Alvarez with. If you say that, if you say Canelo Alvarez, if you say David Benavidez lost his belt on the scales, right? And he missed weight and he was undisciplined. Well, why with Canelo, he get the Canelo weights and he get to fight at catch weight. So he put himself enough cushion where he don't miss weight. And he make up the weights along the way. So what David didn't get that same respect, you know what I'm saying? And then if you want to say, well, David was a drug cheat and it's his fault he lost the belt on the scales, in Canelo's case, it's the same crime, right? Did he not get popped for the PED situation, right? So we can't say, well, David don't deserve this and David don't deserve that when Canelo did the same exact shit. You know what I'm saying? So if it's the fights that the fans want to see, you can't bet against that. That's just the fights the fan. You can't discredit David and say, well, that's nobody. That's the
can I piggyback on that, man?
Billy Joe Saunders too.
All right, man. You know, see, David Benavidez. Yeah, you know, he lost his belt on the scale. He got stripped of drugs. You know, he was penalized. He lost millions of dollars because of that. And you got to remember, David Benavidez is 23 years old. I think he's matured. He's moved out of the city, bro. He's moved into Seattle. He's married. He's got a baby. I think he realizes he fucked up, man. You know, I mean, first strike, second strike, whatever it may be, bro. You know, I know what that's all about. We'll give him 10 strikes if he makes it on the 100th one. Whatever, you know, because I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, man. I think David Benavidez is going to be a force to reckon with. I'd love to see him fight Canelo. I don't think Canelo's going to do that right now. But what I'd like to see is I'd like to see him fight some of the guys at 168, man. You got Plant out there. I mean, you know, we got Morrell. Dude, the division it doesn't need Canelo right now to survive. You can go out and you can start chasing those belts again. No, you know, Canelo, he does what he wants to do, and we could criticize him. I don't think he gives a shit what we say about him. He's going to do it, and then he's the kind of a guy where he doesn't have to get an opponent he doesn't have to get a prime opponent to make a fight. It can be Canelo against Adil Yildirim, whatever the hell his name was, man. You know, he can even Plant. It was the Canelo show, man. It could have been anybody in there, any fighter with a pulse, basically, and preferably somebody who has some hardware. But you know, as far as that goes with Canelo, I think the 168 division. I think Benavidez, man. I think he's an animal. I think he would kick the ass out of most of the guys in that 168 division. I just want to see him stay active. And like I said, he's 23 years old. You know, give the kid the benefit of the doubt.
My thing is, I mean,
and then check this out. Here's a point. Go ahead, man. My bad.
No, I was just going to hold on, real quick. Let me just say, I don't understand also the criticism of when people say, well, what these fighters have done? What have they done? They keep forgetting that Charlo, love it or hate it, is still a 2-division world champion, which surpasses everything that everybody that Canelo just fought. You know what I'm saying? None of them were 2-division champions. Charlo is. But most importantly, though, when you say
is Andre.
Right. So when you ask the question of who have they beat and what have they done, I'm gonna have to look at Canelo's opponents and say, what the hell have they done? What the hell? I mean, okay, Callum Smith, he beat George Groves. George Groves went through a grueling ass tournament. When I look at David Benavidez's win over Darrell, that's arguably the best win of the class. Arguably. I mean, I guess y'all might want to say Callum Smith over Groves. I just think that Groves was
Groves 184 years old.
He was over it by that point. That's what I'm saying. I still think Benavidez got the best one. He beat, Plant beat Uskatigi. But shit, I mean, my man beat Darrell.
Yo, you know what? Canelo is do what he wants to do. He doesn't care about the belts. He can drop the belt, and I think he got a sanction by the balls. He doesn't need the belt, and they know that. So he can drop it anytime. These boxers have that mentality. Those don't give a fuck about the belt, and they have to control the boxing belts, not the belt control them. That's the problem.
What you say, Knockout?
I was saying you made the point so great that I was about to make, and then I'll add to it a little bit. I was gonna say that's a duck talk from a fan base or from a fighter or whatever. When you start asking questions about like what has this guy done to get this fight or what has that guy done to get that fight, but I'm looking at these fighters that I'm asking you to fight and they've accomplished more than who you're actually fighting, then bro, like what are we really talking about? So if you say Charlo hasn't done enough or Andrade hasn't done enough or Benavidez hasn't done enough or Peterbiev or whoever you want to name, they all did more than Macadamia Nut, Laguna Beach. They all did more than Abney Yildirim. They all did more than Rocky Fielding. They all did more than Callum Smith. Like, bro, like, what are we really talking about? You just don't want to see the fighter. And then the brother that was talking before me, to add to that, I think he gets away with it even more so than the sanctioning bodies. It's because of his fan base. Because one thing I respect about Terence Crawford's fan base is they'll like, yeah, they think the world of him, they think he's gonna win everything, but at least they'll still say, yeah, I want to see him get in the ring with such and such. I want to see him fight Earl. I'm excited for this Shawn Porter fight. I want to see him prove that he's the best. Whereas Canelo Alvarez fans, they just make excuses for him. No matter what he do, he can do no wrong. Where to me, the way that I get down, my favorite fighter, bro, I want to see him challenge. I want to see him test it so I get to talk shit to Mainman if Earl Spence beats Terence Crawford, or vice versa. He get to talk shit to me if Terence Crawford watch Earl Spence. Canelo Alvarez fans run around here like, nah, he's better than Jamal Charlo. Jamal Charlo is trash. Show me, bro. Show me he trash.
They should boycott Canelo, man.
Show me he trash by beating him. Then you get to talk shit to his fans, bro.
You listen up. I think they should boycott Canelo because Canelo become bigger than himself. He's a system. So when you fight Canelo, you're not going to win. I think they should boycott him. Don't fight him. Just boycott him because you're not going to beat him. He's already in the system. He's bigger than himself.
His fans are too hooked, bro. His fans are too hooked on and buying what he's selling, bro.
They
buying what he's selling. They buying what he's selling, bro.
Yeah, but I think the box organization, Canelo,
the box is not going, and the box is not going to boycott him because they'll never see a payday like that, bro. Like I can't.
I know, but they should because
they ain't gonna turn down the millions of dollars, bro.
Look at what the Charlo.
At the end of the day, bro, they got families and shit. Like they got that's big time.
Canelo is the golden ticket.
At the end of the day,
nobody's gonna boycott him.
If I'm gonna lose a fight, if I'm gonna get cheated out of a fight, I don't want to get cheated out of a fight against Gabriel Mastriff. If I'm Michael Fox, I want to get cheated out of a fight against Canelo Alvarez. At least I get $8 to $10 million for my trouble.
That's the trick. The money. Sometimes good money ain't good. All money ain't good money, man. I'm trying to tell you, man.
These fighters don't think that way, bro. These fighters don't think that way, though, Zion. These fighters in the prize fighting, bro. Yeah, they in the prize fighting, man.
Remember, you got the judge, you got the referee. You cannot beat this man. This man is
almost willing, bro.
I think these cartel back at him, man. I think the cartel.
Did you see Makabu's reaction, bro? Did you see how he reacted when he found out he ran to the first camera that would listen?
He's a lottery
and
ticket.
He like, man, anything Canelo want, anyway he want to fight, whatever the kid. Bro,
exactly.
That is the reaction. Ain't no fighter gonna put up no resistance to Canelo Alvarez, bro.
They ain't turning that shit down.
How Makabu probably already spent the money like he got a tax refund check in the mail.
Took our loans already.
But bro, how did they sign that fight? They signed it at the WBC convention. It's almost like they had that thing planned, and it didn't take any negotiation.
Oh, best to believe they did.
Bro, it was like 2 days ago.
I'm gonna hop off, man. Thanks for having me on, bro.
Appreciate you, Knockout, man. Enjoy the fight tonight.
Hope we have a great fight tonight, man.
Enjoy the night, my brother.
I know Mainman gonna be crunk after the fight, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna enjoy it, man. But y'all take it easy.
Yes, sir, man. As a matter of fact, fight fans, I'm gonna get ready to shut this stream down soon because I got to get ready to do a couple things before the fight tonight myself. So,
man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say if y'all can all go back and talk about the Crawford thing, give y'all picks one lap. But D-Lo, I'm gonna give you extra time because I know you just came on a little later. Let me just get everybody's final pick, and when we get to you, D-Lo, pick yours last.
I just wanted to ask you, dude that just jumped off, he got a channel on YouTube.
Who Knockout? Yeah, Knockout 86 boxing. Matter of fact, yeah, go check out everybody that hear the sound of my voice. Check out Knockout. Hey, Knockout, if you're still around, Knockout, drop your link in the chat, fam. Yeah, Knockout cool cat, man. He invited me the other day to his breakdown and prediction stream, man. I couldn't get in, man. He had a crowded panel himself. So hey, he's a good channel, very knowledgeable channel, man. Real good dude. We show a lot of love, man. Knockout, if you're still around, bro, he probably stepped off. I meant to tell him to drop his link in the chat. You know what I'm saying?
And what about was it Ron Boy Fresh, the one that's out there to fight?
Yeah, Ron Boy Fresh is the one out there to fight. You know
he got a channel too.
Nah, Ron Boy don't do. He just Ron Boy just a dedicated fight fan. I don't think Ron Boy got a channel.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
But hey, Bruce, one last time for the Crawford fight for me, fam, before I get ready to wrap this on up.
Oh man, this was an awesome chop session, and like I said, looking at it through my quasi knowledgeable boxing brain, like my bro coach says, for a GED education, it's not too bad. And I think Bud is going to go in a dogfight, man. Shawn, like I said, throwback fighter, great fight. The ending, I think, is going to. I think Bud is just going to be a little bit better. I think he may stop him late. It may be a surprise for Shawn getting hit that hard and that often. But that's the way I think it's going to go. I can't wait to see it, man. Hey, if I can drop my link in there, I'm starting up a channel. I've been throwing a couple of lives out there, and a little bit of chopping it up with the brothers.
You got a channel now, bro? Hey, man, I need to go check that out, bro. I didn't know that,
bro.
Man, most definitely. Put your link in the chat, fam. Yeah, everybody check out Bruce Goes. Yeah, we already know, man. Bruce deep knowledge of the fight game. You know what I'm saying? Drop that in the chat, Bruce, man. We definitely gonna check it out for sure.
Hey, I'm taking my Prevagen to see if I can get this memory kicked up into high gear again, my brothers. And hey, I appreciate it. I'm looking so forward to these fights. My nutritionist is making me up a big cheeseburger and some sweet potato fries right now, man. Shout out to my baby. And all you cats, man, great panel, man. I'll see you all later on, man. Thanks.
Well, definitely, Bruce. Appreciate you, Bruce. Thank you for dropping by, man. Damn, man. He said he about to eat good. He about to eat real good. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna drink good too.
Yes, sir, man.
Yo, I think the fight gonna end. The fight gonna end in unanimous decision. It's gonna be like Spence versus Mikey Garcia, man. It's gonna be like that. That's my prediction. He's not gonna hurt his friend. His friend gotta eat. I don't think he's gonna hurt his friend like that. He ain't gonna ruin his career like that.
That's a good point.
That's what I think.
That's a really good point.
You're gonna outbox him, and that's it.
That is a really good point. Maybe he keep the killer instinct at home, and just like if I beat him, if I'm up on the cards comfortably enough, I'm gonna let him survive. It's a good point. That can definitely happen, man. Okay. All right, Zion. Well, look, come on through after the fight, fam. You already know we're gonna be live, you know what I'm saying?
Indeed,
come on through, man. Definitely come on through. We're gonna be turned up later on.
Man. Peace, man.
For sure. D-Lo, what say you, fam? What say you, man? What's going on? Because you ain't give us really much on Crawford and Porter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I think I make no secret about it. You know what I'm saying? I've been saying ever since before the fight was ever made that I definitely had Crawford winning the fight. And that hadn't changed. You know what I'm saying? I've seen a couple buddy brawls, over the years. Most notably, it comes to mind to me would be Jermaine Taylor versus Jeff Lacey. And, those guys had been roommates, on the Olympic team and all that, been friends ever since, friends before. And, in that fight, going in, I felt like we might get a dull fight because the guys weren't going to be trying to hurt each other. But I thought it was actually a good fight. And, I felt like, what I'm saying, that they actually went out there and both were trying to win with total disregard for who the other guy was. So I'm expecting the same thing here. I just, a lot of the things that people say about Bud that they talk about as if it's a detriment when they talk about it, his temperament and him being stubborn and his, you hit me, I'm going to hit you back. If you want a dog fight, I'll make it one. I think those attributes and qualities are the same reason why I can't see Bud in some friendly fight. I think when Bud was saying he didn't want to fight Porter, and he had other things he wanted to do, in part because Porter wasn't a champion at the time. And he also said that, when Porter was a champion, he wasn't trying to unify with him. I think part of the reason that Bud wasn't really trying to go there with Porter because Bud knows. And this is just, speculation and conjecture on my part. I don't know the man, other than what I see. But I can imagine that Bud probably knows that, okay, we get in this ring, all friendships are off, whatever happens. And, what I'm saying, we'll pick up the pieces from there. Agreed. And he basically said, he kind of submitted that for me in that first presser. When Shawn was like, I don't know how you feel, but, Bud cut him off and said, no, ain't no friends to after the fight. So, that let me know that, Bud's serious about, about his craft and his everything to the side. And I think if Bud Crawford's mama was on the other side of the ring, you know, he'd be like, "Hey, mom, you shouldn't have signed that contract. I'm gonna have to do what I got to do." You know, so I don't expect, you know, it to be some filling out. You know, I mean, of course, you know, you got to gauge each other as the fight go on, and you know, ease into the contest. But I don't expect this to be 6-7 rounds and they still just touch jabbing, and you know what I'm saying, not really, you know, looking like a glorified sparring session. I expect, you know, Bud to go in there and treat Shawn Porter just like another opponent, and if Shawn Porter's mindset, then he's gonna be in for a world of hurt. I think at some point early on that, you know, okay, I'm gonna have to fight this guy just like I do everybody else, and I'm gonna have to try to dog. The Porters have a very, very healthy respect for Bud Crawford. If you look at those videos and all that footage for the little pre-fight documentary stuff, you know, it's a lot of extra stuff they putting in, and a lot of talk is Bud isn't just some other opponent, that he's not some runner. In their words, you know, if you listen to what they say, they think Bud is the best welterweight in the class. And
I hear it.
You know, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you're right. Nah, the way they bigging them up, you're right. The way they talk about them and the level of respect that they showing them, that's what it all.
And it's like they know, and they and you know, Kenny's even said, like, we can't do what we usually do. We got to go above and beyond. Now, some of that may be because they've always come up short in the biggest fight. A lot of it is the opponent. And I hear a lot of people talking about, you know, stoppages, Porter, and Porter's going, you know, beat.
You going in and out, fam.
Everybody like him, and you know, all of that stuff. But you know, Bud didn't get to where he was fighting the same fighter.
Hey, D-Lo, something going on with your audio. Something going on.
Hold on.
You popping in and out.
How about now?
Now, yeah. I hear it's like you'll be talking like every fourth word you'll go out and then you'll come back in.
I think the Bluetooth's trying to connect and disconnect. You hear it now?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. But yeah, I'm saying it's not as if, you know, it's not as if Bud's just been fighting the same guys over and over and over. He's seen all different kind of styles. I know he doesn't have the deep amateur pedigree that Shawn Porter has, but you know, Bud's been fighting, you know, like Bud said, he takes them as they come. You know, he hadn't tried to catch weight nobody. He ain't trying to bring nobody down to his division. When he went up to 147, he went up to the division all the way, fought a champion, the biggest champion at the time, and probably the roughest champion. And I actually watched that fight yesterday.
Biggest win for sure. Biggest win for sure. I see he had the biggest win for sure.
And the guy had the biggest win in the division at the time. You know, and regardless of how people feel about it, the man beat Manny Pacquiao. And people talk about Jeff Horn and they say, oh, well, yeah, Jeff Horn can't prepare you for Porter because Porter, you know, Jeff Horn hadn't fought the kind of guys that Porter has, and he hadn't, you know, but Porter never fought Manny Pacquiao. Jeff Horn found a way to beat Manny Pacquiao. He couldn't find a way to be competitive against Bud Crawford. Now, that being said, Porter isn't Jeff Horn. I understand that. But I've seen so much of Shawn Porter over the years. I've seen more of Shawn Porter than Bud Crawford. And everything that I've seen about Shawn Porter to date tells me that even if this fight is just a 4-round affair, late in the fight, Bud Crawford's going to pull away and he's going to win the fight. You know what I'm saying? He might rattle off 4 rounds in a row to close the fight. And he may end up closing the show on him. So I'm definitely going with Bud Crawford. I've said that from jump. I haven't wavered on it, haven't faltered. I still feel that way. I think he has way too many tools. I think he's going to be able to neutralize a lot of the stuff that Shawn Porter does that gives him advantages against guys. I just don't think he's going to have those advantages against Bud. And I even think that where Shawn Porter where people think he'd have the best chance would be inside. I even have my doubts about the inside fighting going well for Shawn. And the reason I say that, because Shawn Porter swings wide. He misses a lot of shots. He crowds his punches. Meanwhile, Bud is like a very accurate puncher who, regardless of people highlighting every time Bud is hit clean, he's probably hit clean less than any other top guys in the division.
Facts.
And when he lands shots, he lands them with precision. That's why these guys aren't staying on their feet. But I ain't gonna hold you, man. I know you got stuff to do.
Yeah,
But
man.
I do want to hear your response, but I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna stop talking now.
No, you good, bro. No, first, so you already dropped your link in the chat. Make sure that you
Yeah, I
drop
would have had to drop
down.
because I had to put my other phone down because I was getting ready to start back driving.
No, that's great. It's cool. Hey, everybody, check out D-Lo 404 Boxing, man. The link is in the description, man. If y'all like that breakdown and y'all want to hear more, you check out the fam. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, I enjoyed that breakdown. I'm with you for the most part. I think the only thing is I must just say I think it's the stop. I'm going to say I think we get to the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, I think me and your breakdowns are real similar, and I think you spot on, bro. I think either way,
you think he's gonna stop him?
Yes. I think he's gonna stop him. I
hope you're right.
Yeah, I think he stopped him in the 10th. But
hey,
I think
I put a little something on the stoppage just because you know what I'm saying, that was really like the only money that was out there, unless you betting on Porter.
Right. I
put some money on some rounds, put it like that.
Yeah, I bet it on the stoppage. You know what I'm saying? I bet it on the stoppage 10th round. We'll see. You know what I'm
saying? I put most of my money on 9th round stoppage.
ninth round. Oh, you went to 9th? Shit,
yeah.
Ron Boy Fresh earlier was saying he went. I think he said he did 10th, 9th, and 12th.
Yeah, I put some on some other rounds too, but I put the most on the 9th round. But it's all good.
It's a good call though. I mean, we'll see, bro. Either way, man, I just think it's going to end in stoppage. And either way you slice it, whether it's stoppage or not, I still think Bud Crawford gonna come out on top. You know what I'm saying? And I think
if he beats Shawn Porter, he deserves all the credit in the world, no matter how he beats him, because everybody else who beat Shawn Porter got credit. It didn't matter if they won a majority decision, split decision, or if they won it by a hangnail. They got credit.
But let me ask you this, D-Lo. How does it seem when most people criticize Terence Crawford and everything he done or whatever, but I'd say about 98 to 99% of any from boxing reporters on down are picking Terence Crawford to win the fight. What does that really
it's crazy, and it's an oxymoron. You say in one breath, you saying the guy has never beat anybody, never fought anybody else. No, you know, all his accomplishments are inflated, etc. Right. But then he's this huge favorite over this guy who has fought everybody, and it's supposed to be the litmus test for him. But the odds don't reflect that, and neither are the picks that these same people are putting out.
I don't understand that, bro.
And I'm gonna say this, man. I ain't trying to stir up no mess, but a lot of you know, if you paying the YouTube blogosphere, anytime there's a big fight, you got predictions galore, right?
Right.
If you look, I bet your notifications have been going crazy with predictions lately. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of channels ain't putting up no predictions.
Nah, man. Nah, they
and I'm gonna say this. A lot of those channels picked Kell Brook to beat Bud.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yes, they did. And then get no credit.
No credit from him when he stopped him.
No credit afterwards, exactly. So I don't know. Maybe it's gonna be a repeat, I guess. Nobody don't want to go on record, huh? You know what I mean?
Don't want to go on record.
Fence riders, you know what I'm saying? Hashtag fence riders. Hey, man, but let me get ready to shut this zone down, D-Lo, man. I appreciate you. Come on through, man, after the fight, bro. You know we're going to be live post-fight, man. Come on, definitely come through and see what's good,
If I can stay up, I'm going to stop through, man. I got about 3 hours worth of sleep last night, but I got to look, I know I'm going to stay up for the fight. I might fall out right after, though, but I'm going to try to fall through, though.
Okay, all right, for sure, man. If not, see you then. If not, come on through tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Either way, much love to the fam. You know what I'm saying?
All right, bet that up, man. Appreciate you having me on, man.
Hey, anytime, man, for sure. Yes, sir, fight fans. So that is the fam right there. Great panel, man. A lot of great boxing minds come through, man. It's always great. Salute to Bruce Goals, my brother DJ Zion Love, Knockout Boxing 86 TV, my main man, 100 grand, Ron Boy Fresh, who's in a house. You enjoy yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? And who else I love? Did I say D-Lo 404 Boxing? Oh, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Y'all check out them cats, man. They all cool cats. You know what I mean? They all are real good boxing minds. And they know the fight game, just, you know, like no other. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to say this. For my final prediction, as y'all already know, Terence Crawford by stoppage, round 10. I think that Shawn Porter, once again, is going to try to become a boxer in this fight. I think he's going to try to bet on his jab. I think he'll pick his spots to be aggressive, but I don't think he'll be overly aggressive. I think that he does think and hear the calls of a stoppage over him. And it does echo in his mind. And when Shawn Porter get in there with harder, stronger punches, it does make him a lot more cautious. He tends to get reduced or tends to want to fight another kind of fight. And I'm expecting the same thing tonight. I'm expecting for Shawn to try it. Try that bull rush shit. But I'm expecting for the jab to be key, to beat him up, because when Crawford goes southpaw, the jab is the strong hand. And I expect for him to use his jab to beat Shawn Porter coming in up. As he's coming in, just beat him up. Keep getting space and beating him up, forcing Shawn Porter to go to the strategy of boxing on the back foot, which he want to do anyway. And try to use his jab to land on Terence Crawford, like Jose Benavidez did. Same thing. This is why he's mentioning in that fight. This is why Kenny Porter is in recent interviews defending Shawn Porter's jab to the fullest and his boxing ability. I think that they're going to try to go in there and try, after getting beat up on the inside or seeing that going to the inside, he's taking too much hard incoming fire. He chooses the box where he is successful for quite a few rounds, maybe 2 to 3 rounds. I'd say 2 to 3 rounds he starts shining as a boxer, because Crawford is going to have to come to Shawn Porter, and Crawford is going to have to stay out of the way of the jab and stay out of the way of the explosive combination punching of Porter. And I give him a couple rounds to make the adjustment. But after that adjustment comes where he gets the distance down, stands right on the outside of Shawn Porter's punches, even while walking him down. I think the jab becomes key of beating Shawn Porter up again. And eventually Shawn Porter is getting overwhelmed with punches, mainly a check left hook with the jab, which is the signature punch that also lands all day on Showtime Shawn Porter. I think we're going to get left hooks and jabs all night from Terence Crawford from the outside, walking Shawn Porter down, stopping him in the 10th round. Shawn Porter is not going to be able to have success on Crawford coming in. He'll start leaping and he'll start running in the shots again. Crawford's going to overwhelm him. Shawn Porter's going to slow down. I think he's older. I think he's taken a lot of damage at this point in his career, and I question his hunger. And I think by round 10, he folds. That's my prediction. We'll see. Major implications for both fighters. Terence Crawford wins. Well, I'll just say that for the post-fight. Y'all need to come see me because I got a lot to say if he wins, especially in devastating fashion. And as for Shawn Porter, he wins. Sky's the limit. His career is revived. He's revived. He's a Shawn Porter 2.0. He loses. Well, commentating job looking damn good. Porter way, build that shit. Porter suit line, Porter purple all day. Y'all see the Porter purple at the press conference the other day? Stop playing with me. Hey, push them Porter purple suits, homeboy. We got you. You know what I'm saying? Either way, I think retirement will be knocking if he lose. We'll see. Come on through for the post-fight fans. Much love to everyone that participated and everyone that tuned in. Thumbs up on the way out if you didn't hit it on the way in. Or everyone that catches this on the playback, thumbs up for me, fam. Thumbs up. If you just seeing me for the first time, I am Mainman Mademan Boxing aficionado all day. You know what I'm saying? Come rock out with us. We a fam. Come on and sign up and hit that subscribe button and hit that bell icon, man. I see y'all after the fight. Enjoy the fight. I was going to call it the night fight, fam, but I actually got a couple people sliding through, so it ain't right to my guests. You know what I'm saying? But I will be here. Immediate reaction the second that the fight is over for all highlights, all of the in-fight action, post-fight interviews, the whole 9 yards. And most importantly, the future implications for both fighters. Let's get there, fight fans. I see y'all tonight. Enjoy the fight. If it puts you on the edge of your seat, that means boxing is doing the right thing all day. See y'all, man. To the next video. Peace out.